gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is going on, everybody? It's Pass the Gravy, episode 587 with Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes. Happy Gravy Day.
Happy Gravy Day, buddy.
What a day.
It's a great day.
It is a great day.
Dude, the weather outside?
How about that weather, huh?
Get out of here.
How about
Just a gorgeous day.
That's how you could have started every conversation at any job, and people were like, wow, it's so toasty.
Only in Houston can you have a day that's completely overcast and everyone's like, fucking great weather, though.
This is sick. It's just not,
75.
I'm not dying when I walk outside.
You could wear long sleeves today. I did. Look at this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cozy.
But yeah, it's weather's happening, so we got that out of the way.
So nice. Walking outside and it's 52 degrees in the morning.
That was pretty sick.
It's great.
But it's like it's also Texas, so like when you put your fur coat on, then you're like, oh shit, it's 90 when I leave work.
I was a little worried that I was going to be sweating by the time I left work, but no, it's still beautiful
Yeah,
outside.
it's nice.
You forget that 75 is not hot at all.
Yeah, it's like inside of your house, and your house is pretty comfortable.
It's beautiful.
That's what I keep it at least. 75 during the day, 69 at night.
So excited for weather. We're old as shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not excited for weather. I just don't like talking about it. The other day, like this weekend, I was doing stuff outside, and everybody was like, "It's gonna be so hot." I was like, "It's gonna be fucking fine, guys." We did a golf tournament yesterday. Shout out Rod Ryan show. But people were like, "It's gonna be in the 90s, dude. It's gonna be so hot." I was like, "It's on top of a big hill. It's gonna have wind. We'll be okay." And yeah, it got a little toasty at times, but it was fine.
That's why you got cold beers.
Shout out Raymundo for bringing a tent to the gravy hole. You've been out there with me when we had no tent, and you just get beat down by the sun. So that would have probably been the factor then. But then we get to be like, shut up, don't bitch. We have a tent. We're fine.
Tents are key.
Tents are pretty key. Where should I start off on today's Precome segment? Let's
Probably with the first thing you wrote down. That's usually a good place.
That's a good place. Well, so I noticed this on my way in today. Or on my way home before I leave work, go do some podcast prep, take the dog out, eat, then come back here. And now we record the podcast. That's the new thing since my internet is still not great. On my way home today, I saw a man get out of his car and then go start berating some woman that was in front of him. And I don't know what the altercation was. I don't know what happened, but he was in the car behind her. And then as I passed them, because he's still yelling at her when the light turned green, which seems like that was counterproductive because now he's holding everybody up instead of being like, you're doing this is right, this is wrong. I don't know what he was mad at, but I saw like the entire like front side of his car, like the left side of his car on the side was already fucked up, like it had been run into or he had run into something. I don't think he ran into that woman because it didn't look like she had been in an accident. But you can't go like all road rage on somebody if you already have a fucked up front part of your car because you are clearly a bad driver. Like you clearly make poor driving decisions, so you don't get to then lecture other people on how to make driving decisions. It's like, buddy, your fucking car is fucked. You can't be yelling at someone else on how to drive when you have a fucked car that you drove poorly.
Yeah, but she's a woman, so he's probably still a better driver, right?
Not in that instance.
Just kidding, ladies.
Not in that instance, he wasn't. I would say most instances, maybe.
I don't know why. It was green. Why was she still sitting there? I would have just driven
I don't
away.
know either, but he was very animated, and I wanted to do the, hey, just chill out, dude.
I thought you were going to say you drove by and were like, you can't park here.
I did do that 2 weeks ago. Did get to do that 2 weeks ago. There were two cars that had, like, it was a fender bender, and it was definitely not something you need to stop in the middle lane on, but I did roll down the window and say, hey, you can't park here. And I did wait, like it was like, hey, is everybody okay? Can't park here. And the lady just turned around. It's pretty great. The only time I ever got to do that in my life, and it was awesome.
Like, I road rage all of the time.
Same, but
I keep it in the car.
Well, yeah. I mean, now you just get shot.
I can't imagine getting angry enough to actually get out of my car.
I'm not a big guy.
No, there's one key move you do when you road rage and you hate someone. You drive past them and you give them the.
Yeah.
You just turn and look and be like, does this look like a jack?
Do you look as stupid as you drive?
They look like a jackass every time.
Yeah. Because in your head, you're like, no matter who this is, you're a jackass.
This guy's going to be a fucking jackass.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
I
But
don't, I don't understand true road rage. Like, unless they hit your car, if they're just like driving slow,
sometimes people just
fucking
had a
hit
bad
the horn
day.
at 'em. And trust me, on my way to work today, I think I hit 7 lights.
hit 7 cars.
4 times I had to honk my horn to get people to go once it turned green.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Also, it was strange that 4 times I was the second car in line. But it was
That
like,
also is
just
like,
like,
is
and I know I've
crazy.
talked about this in the past before. Like, if you're the first car, you got to pay attention. Second car, third car, you can be on your phone because guess what? You're gonna see the cars in front of you moving.
Right.
People
And
gotta
you can
their-
have your phone, just have it like under the light so you can like.
just the but
See it.
just I can't imagine getting to the point where I got out of my car and started screaming at somebody in a road rage situation.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you would have to do. Like how that's what I'm saying. You have to hit my car for me to get out. Because otherwise, I'm like, there's nothing you can do, no matter how bad you're driving, that will make me interact with you on a person-to-person level.
Yeah. I have done the thing before where like the person road rages at me and I act like I'm gonna fight them and then I just wait for them to get out of their car, come close enough to me, and then I drive off. So then like now you look silly because you're just standing in the street. I've done that before.
It's a good move.
Yeah, where you're just like, haha, no, I'm not gonna fucking fight you in the street, you loser. I'm gonna go where I'm going. Go back to your fucking car.
I don't think anyone would ever do it to me because,
You're a bigger dude too.
and I'm bald. I look like I'm probably a racist with a gun if you're just driving past me.
You definitely have a gun.
Yeah, but also
Maybe
then
do that. Like start pulling your center console open. Like you got a gun in there. Like don't brandish it because then that's illegal. But like,
But
just
also,
like-
I don't know any skinheads that drive blue Corollas.
I don't know
So
any
that-
skinheads in general.
I mean, yeah, I don't actually know any, but it's like I look like someone that you don't want to like start a confrontation in traffic. But then also, I drive a Corolla, and it's got
So it's like this guy is sensible.
like if I were to honk at you, you'd think a woman's honking at you because it's the bitchest horn you've ever heard.
Dude, all you need a horn to do is tell people to move. That's all it is. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be fancy.
But every time, like I have to give the quick beep in traffic, I'm like, it's the beep that I just did there. That's way deeper than my car horn.
Yeah, well, I want the Roadrunner beep. The beep beep.
That would be awesome.
That'd be wild. Remember, Grand Theft Auto would let you do that.
I just don't want my beep to sound like it's coming from a tampon, which is what it currently does.
I think a beep is just a beep.
Nah, dude, not all car horns are created equally.
They're not, but I don't think it should matter.
It should.
They all function the same. They all do the same thing essentially.
I just every time I honk my horn in traffic, I'm like, everyone around me thinks I'm gay right now.
Not that that matters. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, but
Nothing's
like-
wrong with that.
You guys, we all know none of us hold any prejudice here about that. But if you heard my car horn, you'd be like, RuPaul's driving that car.
No, I don't think you would. Next thing I had is it is political text messages, and I had Kamala Harris just literally text me before the show. She wants me to send her $40. I was like, chill out. You ask a lot.
I could also use $40.
I
Come
would
on.
like you to send me $40, so I didn't. Trump has asked me for money as well, and I have not sent money to anybody. So
Hey,
I'm
can
not
I
going
have your
to.
vote and can you give me money? How about you pay me for my vote?
If you are richer than me, I will not pay you money.
Oh,
That's
which
my
also,
rule.
by the way, if anybody's running for local office on the ballot, anywhere, doesn't matter how far down the ballot you are, you can buy my vote.
Yeah.
Like it's probably illegal, but we'll do it in cash. Pay me, I'll vote for you.
I just though the other day I wrote it down on the prep sheet just because I was invited from some dude that's running from some office that I don't know to Chinese and Chit Chat, which was last night. I missed it, unfortunately. I didn't get to go to Chinese and Chit Chat, but I was like, for all I imagined these like they're these politician guys. They're probably they're trying to be the everyman. So they're sitting in their suit jackets. They've taken the jackets off.
Jacket is definitely
They
off.
got their dress shirt on. They've rolled the sleeves all the way up. They've loosened the ties a little bit. Hey, we're just easygoing guys. This is
They're
how we
sitting
are.
like
And they're
I am
all
right
right
now.
Yeah, they have a backwards chair. Because like they're cool. They're hip. Maybe one of them has a hat on.
They lean in when you're talking,
Yeah,
so you know
uh-huh.
they're
yeah,
listening.
like a youth pastor. Pretty much.
Oh my God, politicians are just
They're kind of the
pastors.
same thing, yeah. But like they're like brainstorming, like, all right, like we could do donuts. No, JD Vance did the donuts thing. That was weird. Okay, we could do like burgers. That's pretty easy. Like a pancake supper, pancake lunch. I don't know. What about Chinese and Chit Chat? Okay, tight, dude. I don't know. I've just never heard like let's Chinese and chit chat. We'll just talk about the issues.
It sounds like an old person who's just bitching about TikTok but doesn't know what it's called. The Chinese and their chit chat app.
It does sound.
I refuse to download chit chat because then the communists can spy on me.
They're gonna see everything I'd ever do.
But guys, the communists are already spying on us.
So, anyways, we will be having Chinese and chit chat with Pass the Gravy next week at 7 p.m. at Pat's house. Chinese and chit chat.
Well, that's already taken. We got to come up with our own.
No, dude, I kind of like it now. Like, yo, like we could do the donuts with dad. They did that in school. Okay. Well, not that. What else could we do? We could just do pizzas. Everybody likes pizza. No, it's got to be something like catchy. Like, it's got to have the same like enunciation on both words. Okay, like ice cream and ice cream.
We could hold a bunch of different ones too. We could do with like gumbo with gays. We'll have a pride one that we do, and then we could have like curry with Christians. Probably too spicy for most Christians.
Curry
That's
with
all
Christians.
I got. I don't know any other.
Curry with Christians.
I don't know
would
any
be
foods that start with
interesting.
J. Juice with Jews.
Just have a juice bar.
Yeah, it's just say, everybody, you get your own event. And then at the very end, we'll do Chinese and chit chat where we bring everyone together.
And then palin with the Palestinians.
Everyone likes Chinese.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it's just like I've never heard anybody be like, "Come on over to a Chinese and chit chat event." So
It's
originally,
brilliant though.
Or it's an original idea. I mean, but maybe it's not as bad of an idea as I thought. I just was like, I have to share this with somebody else. So I will share it with the
I mean,
podcast.
if it was free Chinese food, I'll go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Chinese food at all. I'm going to go. I had a couple other things left on the Precome segment. You want my idea, or you want me to do a little exercise with me?
Let's do the exercise first.
All
I
right.
want to hear the idea later.
This is an exercise we're going to do called things that sound like they would teach you to speak another language that don't do that. All right, I'll start. Dua Lipa. That's really all I had.
Because it's Duolingo.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it only works one time. But other than that, we had a great idea for an exercise there.
The only one that popped in my head is if Cher started her own social media company and it was just called Cher.
Or a
And
stock
you
trading
share photos
company.
with each other.
A stock trading company would also be great. Shares. Ooh, there's an idea.
Yeah, I don't know any other celebrities that have names that just work out like that.
Yeah, no, there's not. I did the math. I just was like, I just want to say the Dua Lipa bit. So it was stupid. It was stupid. Thanks, man.
I liked it, buddy.
Thanks, man.
I had a great idea though.
What you got?
We do burger nights at the restaurant, and since I'm the one that works Monday nights, Burger Monday night, I should say, I'm gonna just start turning all the burgers into pun names. Like we have
Like Bob's Burgers?
a mushroom Gouda burger, and next week I'm gonna call it the Welcome to Gouda burger.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
The Taste So Gouda burger would also work.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come up with a bunch of stupid fucking names for all.
Gouda and Plenty burger.
Because I hate having to think of burgers every Monday, and I got in trouble for running the same one 2 weeks in a row because I didn't want to do it. I was like, fine, I'm gonna make this fun for me.
Yeah. Dude, just watch episodes of Bob's Burgers.
Pretty much what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Just gonna be the dumbest names you can think of.
Well, I like when he runs out of ideas and it's just like comes with carrots. And it's like a carrot themed burger. It's like, okay.
Gouda to meet you. It's just gonna be a bunch of Gouda.
We have
puns.
Gouda on it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just all Gouda.
It's just all gonna be puns.
It's the same burger. You do it all month long. You just come up with 4 names for it. Mm-hmm. I don't hate that at all.
Slide into second. It's just fucking sliders.
Sliders. That's a good idea. That is a good idea.
It's just I want everyone to groan when they have to say the name. Like, can I get this one? No, say it.
Have you seen
Say the stupid pun.
the guy online that does the edgy restaurant chain, and he's like, we don't have hot fries, we have burn the roof of your motherfucking bitch ass mouth fries.
You think your fries are hot? Ours are dirty slut fries. And you're like,
Can I have the chili cheese fries? We don't have chili cheese fries. Yeah, you do. It's on the, no, that's not the name of the. Can I have the put it all over me daddy and cover me in chili and cum fries? Yeah, that'll be $4.99 coming right up. You're like, God damn it.
More like 14.
I just wanted to order fucking fries, man. Don't make me say weird shit. Stop it.
I would actually love a place like that.
They have Bun Slut.
Yep.
That's the place.
That's the one I was thinking. Dude, their videos look great. I've never been.
I've had it. It's okay.
But like just the nasty, dirty girl burger. And you're like, what the fuck? Why?
The sit on my face burger. What
That's
does
why
that
I would
do?
like it. Because like, why in a million years would you name it that? That's why I want to try it.
That's how they get you.
Because I like
That's how they get you, and they mark it up to $9 a burger.
When everyone else in the world is like, that's the dumbest fucking idea. Why would you do that? I'm like, this is hilarious.
We like to do things a little different around here, all right?
Can I get the Spank Me Daddy burger?
Look, this isn't your mom's burger joint. Let's just say that. We do things a little differently at Bun Slut.
The lesbian burger, it's a vegan burger because there's no meat. You're like, okay. Ooh, that's an idea for me for next week.
It's got 2 clams on it.
It's actually made out of beaver meat.
Speaking of food, though, I did have an idea related to food.
Ooh.
Been getting into cooking lately, and I was looking at some recipes, and then like it always suggests me cookbooks, and I think cookbooks just seem exhaustive because it's like that's way too much. I would like to be the first person to come out with a cook pamphlet where it's just like 3 meals in a little pamphlet you could pick up, and it's like, all right, I don't want to learn how to cook 100 things because no one ever cooks everything in a cookbook, but I could cook 3 things.
I mean, back in the day, they did.
Yeah, back before we had
The
electricity. Before electricity and running water existed.
Paula Dane's cookbook, y'all.
But I could just be like, oh, yo, it's Alex's cook pamphlet. And I'm going to show you how to make my chopped cheese sandwich. I'm going to show you how to make a Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to show you how to make my bang bang shrimp. Boom, done. There's 3 recipes, done. You just like set it out. I should make
Actually,
some.
if it's a pamphlet, you can fit 6 or maybe 5 if you want the first front of the page to just be like the title of the pamphlet. But then you got 5 more sides to fill up there.
No, see, what you're ruining the point is that it was less work than a cookbook. A cookbook is a lot of work. Pamphlet, I know it could be 6, but what if we just did pictures on one side and then it's 3?
That's a much better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes pictures.
Fill up with pictures. One of the folds is actually just like a Microsoft, like, what was it? PowerPoint, but it's just like a slide page. But like you print out the slide animation right there.
Just to save it. It's fine. But a cook pamphlet would work better than a cookbook.
You just like leave them at the front of grocery stores.
No, we could sell them, but it's like a fraction of the price. So like a cookbook.
You sell them at the front of grocery stores.
Yeah.
It's like Girl
Like with
Scouts,
maps.
and then it's just me. Like, hey, do you want to buy 4 recipes?
$3. $1 recipe. You could sell 1,000 of those.
Everything that's in here is on sale in there. And then as soon as you say you run away, you're like, I don't know what's on sale in the store. Gotcha.
No refunds.
They come back. Eggs are not on sale. It's like, must have
Did
changed
you
it.
tell them you had a cook pamphlet from me?
Yeah, they told you to leave.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They did.
The cops are on the cops show up. You're like, officer, do you like spaghetti bolognese?
What if I told you I have the best meatball recipe all in this pamphlet?
That sounds like a great idea.
Right? Like, because a cookbook now, and somebody gives you a cookbook, you're like, I got to go, I'll do all of this. And then you feel like you're not going to get the most out of it because you're going to not do everything. But
Plus,
like,
if it
I can
fits
cook
on
the
a-
fuck out of all 3 of these.
If it fits on a pamphlet, it's got to be a short recipe with easy cooking instructions.
And you can just put it up on the fridge.
Like, there's
With
no
the
such
takeout
thing as
menus.
a pamphlet recipe that's going to take 3.5 hours. Pamphlet recipes, that's a 30-minute dinner every night
Yep.
at most, and normally it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes.
And then I also like just like super easy cooking cook pamphlet, and it'll just be like, order pizza from pizza chain. Wait until pizza arrives. Enjoy.
It's just you.
And then do the same thing with Chinese food. That could be the chit chat in Chinese.
That pamphlet, it's just all the pamphlets that you get on your front door from like Chinese and takeout, and you just cut out all of their coupons and glue them to yours.
You get a couple of them.
You just glue it to your pamphlet.
It looks like the Riddler like left a fucking a pamphlet.
What's that called? It's a ransom note of recipes.
Just cut out all of the letters. That would be so funny. What the hell is this? Don't worry about it.
I've got a 2-for-1 for Bang Bang Shrimp. We're not even open. Where'd you get that? I don't know.
Some fucking guy gave it to me. But I would sell them for $3. 3 recipes, $3, and $3 is enough money that like I don't even think about spending $3. which is a flaw, probably, yes, in me. But if somebody's like, Alex, this is $3, like, done. If I even think about buying that and it's $3, it's spent. It's over with.
There's been multiple times where, like, I get to the restaurant in the morning, I count the money from the night before, and it's like $1 short or something. Instead of figuring out why, I'll take $1 out of my wallet. I'm like, I don't even care.
That's not even. Yeah, I don't want to ask questions. This is saving me time.
This is not worth me sitting around waiting for someone to text me back who was here till 11 last night, is probably still asleep. I'm just going to take $1 out of my wallet.
That's why Pat also doesn't feel bad taking a couple dollars out of the register before he leaves too, because he's like, eventually I'll make it up.
No, I get them back in booze.
There you go. That's what you really.
It's called a shift drink.
That's where you
I'm
really
not
put
stealing
a hurt
alcohol. I'm having a hard-earned drink at the end of the night.
What do you guys have for Precome segment?
I earlier today discovered that there is a new caffeine intake system that is being introduced to the market, and I think we've officially gone too far.
Does it really put it up your ass?
There's pouches that go up your butt now, and if we let the U.S. military get a hold of this, the infantry will all die from butt pouches.
From butt pouches.
They already all joke about sticking caffeine and everything else up their ass. Mm-hmm. If you give them something that they can actually put up their ass and gives them energy, we're not going to be able to stop the wars from happening.
Or we're
going to be
the
like
sickest army ever.
Like, we're going to try and we're going to be like, okay, we got to send troops to the Middle East, and all of a sudden they're like, where are all of our troops? They're just wrecking havoc down in Guatemala.
Bro, I don't
right
know.
Now. They got ass caffeine just wiring them up, and we can't stop them. They're just all over the globe.
Fighting terrorism.
It would, honestly, our military at that point would be like trying to herd cats. You just can't do it. So before this hits market, we need to get rid of this.
Okay.
So this is too dangerous.
This is like our new threat with AI and ass caffeine.
Actually, if AI actually turns self-aware, ass caffeine might be the only thing that can save us.
So maybe this is good.
Not yet.
Okay.
We need to keep this technology under lock and key.
Keep it away from the military.
Definitely. Not even necessarily all of them, but definitely the infantry. We cannot let the army and the soldiers in the army.
We send it to Russia, maybe?
Think of how many dudes you've known over the years that have gone in the army. I don't want any of those guys on butt caffeine.
I don't know that many people that went to the army.
I know a lot. And honestly, if they weren't in the military, I don't think I would have trusted any of them with weapons. But the government was like, you'll do.
Look, we need people. We need people. Come on in here.
So butt caffeine. It's. I predict this is going to be a real problem in the next 6 months.
I could see that.
And we have a high rise, and not even rectum cancer. It's just going to be like what's the actual butthole? Whatever the clinical name for that is. No, the colon's inside. Actually, maybe the rectum is the right one.
Rectum is, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn near killed him.
We're going to see a lot of rectum cancers coming out of this.
Does caffeine cause cancer?
See, now I'm just conflating it with tobacco.
Yeah,
I don't know.
think you might have gotten them mixed up.
I don't know, but if you're shoving enough stuff up your butt that's giving you a buzz, it'll probably give you. What doesn't give you cancer nowadays,
That's
right?
true. That's true. It's true.
Yeah. So butt caffeine. Not
That's
a good idea.
It's a pass.
Hey,
no, thank you.
Not even once.
Don't do it. It's a gateway caffeine.
Hey, life is short. Shove that caffeine up your
Yeah.
ass.
Do the thing.
Don't do that.
Don't though. Do it, but don't.
I'm looking at you, Brett. You know he'd be the first one to try it. Robert, you got any?
What you got for Precome?
Want to give us some Precome?
Yeah, I just found out something about Japanese culture. Japanese culture, from what I understand, they're very strict, respectful. Maybe, I don't know, just seemingly to us would be strange. I found out they have this practice called Odashi Baya. It's a practice.
It's a racist pronunciation.
It's a Japanese practice where companies will isolate employees by giving them no tasks in an effort to get them to quit on their own rather than like having to fire them and give them severance. Like they'll just put you in an empty room, like hang out here.
Oh, have you ever seen Silicon Valley?
I have not.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did to what's his name?
Yeah, for Big Head.
Big Head. That's
for Big
it.
Head on Silicon Valley. Spoiler alert. You would like Silicon Valley, Robert. I highly recommend it. It's on HBO.
I don't think he'd like
or
T.J.
Max.
Miller.
He would like Silicon Valley though.
Who would he like less, T.J. Miller or me?
You.
Probably, yeah. Because at least that guy's fictional.
No, there's like a tech company, and this guy signs people to like just big tech contracts, and then he doesn't believe in firing you because he does believe in Odisash. Like he says it in the show. I didn't know that's what it was called, but he was like, it's an ancient Japanese tradition where it's shame, and shame is more effective than firing people, and like he thinks that is the case, but then this guy gets unassigned. You become unassigned, so you're just essentially like, look, you ain't got nothing to do, buddy. We're not firing you, but you ain't got nothing to do. And this guy's like, I just signed a 5-year contract. I'm rich.
And they're all like,
know.
there's a group of them just hanging out on the roof.
Yeah,
eating
everyone
lunch
that's
every day.
unassigned goes to the roof, and like so he goes up and they're grilling and hanging out and drinking and just partying, and they're like, yeah, this fucking idiot thinks that this is something shameful. Like we're making hundreds of thousands of dollars to do nothing every year for the next. And the guy's like, I got 3 years left. So like, yeah, I guess that is like probably not as good this time around, but like I don't know. The whole disrespect thing. People don't really care about disrespect.
Not in America. It's a very different culture in Japan.
Yeah.
They're very high on that shit, and we're just high.
And we're just like, whatever, dude. Oh, tight, dude. Guess what I'm about to do? Fuck around.
Yeah. See, in Japan, you either work hard and you're a high achiever, or you drift performance racing vehicles. Those are the only two options they have.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'd probably be a performance racing vehicle. For sure. For sure.
Oh, and sumo. That's what I would do.
Yeah, sumo would be sick. I wouldn't be cut out for it, but
Bro, I'd look so
watch.
good in that little diaper thing.
Yeah. Sometimes on the Astros Space City network that the Astros are on in the mornings, if they have it on, it's on at like 4 a.m. They have sumo wrestling, and it's wild. It was like, I didn't care about this, but I'm going to watch it for a little bit.
You tell me about this as soon as I cancel my DVR. What the fuck, dude?
It's on. You can go look at it on YouTube, I'm sure.
Probably.
You look at it on YouTube. But what's it called again? Odysseus.
Don't pronounce it wrong or it's racist.
Adashia.
Maybe like Odashibeya?
Same word.
Odashibaya.
Odashibaya. Odashibaya.
Yeah, that would not work in America.
Yeah. O-I-I Beya. B-E-Y-A.
It's pretty sick.
I mean, because in
That would be
America,
kinda
you've
nice.
never heard anyone say you've dishonored your family. That's big over there.
Yeah.
Most of us don't even like our family. Oh, I shouldn't say us. I feel like all of us like our family.
My family built this country. Thank you very much.
Your family
Yeah,
built
you remember for that.
Irish whiskey.
The plantation and all that. Remember you found that out?
Yeah, it was not an ideal part of my history. I wasn't a part of it. Wasn't a part
I
of
can
that.
proudly say my family was not in the southern United States when slavery was going on. So, who's the better person, me or Alex?
I didn't do anything. I did nothing.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid
A lot
for
of people in Germany did nothing in the 40s too, man. You got to do something. I did nothing is not a good excuse.
Silence is violence.
Hey, listen, I just stood by and let it happen. I didn't participate.
Hey, Nazis don't. That would
That's all you
have
had to
been.
do.
That would have been me in the 40s. If
just
I was in
speak
Germany,
up.
I want to come out ahead of everybody else. That would have been me.
Guys, I got to be honest. The marching, cool. Fashion, great. The ideas, not your best.
Swastika, little problematic.
It wasn't before that.
It wasn't, but now it is.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. If we had just told them to chill with it, maybe the swastika wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. I didn't know that it wasn't like a thing. My brother was getting his car fixed one time, and I went with him to get it fixed. And we were just walking around this shopping center, and they had this Indian grocery store. And I was like, let's walk in here. Just check it out.
They saw some swastikas and it
And
threw you off.
we went down this aisle, and there was like a candle holder, and it had swastikas all around it. And my brother just was like, and like pointed at it, and I was like, oh, what is this?
Indian Nazis.
What is this? And then we Googled it, and I was like, oh, it's like an Indian symbol for like
Peace.
happiness and peace or unity or something like that.
The craziest turn.
It's like, well,
Nothing has ever been. Never has anything been so poorly rebranded in history.
yeah, it's probably
Well, actually, it's
safe.
and it's a tie
to
for
say.
similar reasons. It's that and the Charlie Chaplin mustache. But they're for the same reason.
It wasn't rebranded. It was just like, well, this guy had that. You know?
Well, it became rebranded once he was famously wearing.
Well, he just had like, I wonder if like somebody had like mutton chops. Like if Hitler had mutton chops, would we be like, ooh, this guy's growing some
like
mutton chops?
Hitler couldn't have just worn a fedora. I think everyone would have been okay with that one.
It's just like some hipster douche.
We go back in time. We give Hitler fashion choices. Like, okay, so you're going to wear suspenders. You're going to have a thin mustache that you curl. And you're going to wear a fedora.
The Americans would never understand the fashion.
What the fuck accent was that?
It was me trying to be
That
German.
was-
Well, you just say "the" in front of everything. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know. I don't know German that well, so I couldn't do German.
Also, change your hand thing, because sometimes I wave at somebody, but I don't keep my hand waving, and then it looks awkward.
No, that's our thing, dude. We don't like. He doesn't own that. That's a wave. You don't get to own the wave, bro.
But like, if you like, say you get to a restaurant first, and you see your friend walking
not
in the door,
doing
and you go, "Hey, dude, what's up?" And you just
That's
leave your
not
hand up in
doing
the
a
air.
heil. You're not doing the heil.
But I'm just saying,
This is a weird.
if somebody
conversation.
looks at the wrong time at me doing this with a bald head, and I'm just trying to wave down my buddy,
yeah,
if they had just been like, if this had been the Nazi
I
salute,
get
you
it.
just stick your elbow up in the air, it would save a lot of awkwardness.
really, we're just getting to in a roundabout way. Is that Hitler turns out not a great dude and really fucked up a lot of shit for.
Yeah, he ruined a lot of things
really
that could have
ruined
been
a lot
cool.
of things, and maybe the most for us, because now we can't wave to our friends always.
It's like,
Like honestly, like has anybody suffered more than us?
I have a fat round face, so I could not have worn that mustache anyway. But like, you probably could have pulled it off.
I wouldn't have done that. Remember Michael Jordan tried to bring it
I
back?
don't know, dude. You used to wear some weird facial hair.
Never the Hitler one.
Yeah, but if Hitler hadn't done it, is what I'm saying.
And then MJ brought it back.
What if we did reverse Hitlers? We just shaved right underneath
just
the
right
nose.
there?
Guys, I'm not a Nazi. See, I won't even grow.
Look,
mine already
opposite of
does.
that.
Like, I get a little space right there, but it's blonde. It's hard to
Well,
see
it's
mine anyway.
because you're so anti-Nazi.
I'm very
your body
anti-Nazi.
just rejects that.
Dude, do you have any idea how many Nazis I've killed in Call of Duty games?
Oh, dude, zombie Nazis count. If they count, millions.
It might actually be millions.
If they
at this point.
count, millions.
Nazis bad.
Confirmed. You know what? We already said we're anti-Nazi in this podcast, but officially an anti-Nazi podcast. If somebody's listening to this for the first time, I would like to say this is not how we always do this show, but sometimes it is.
I know I say this a lot, but how did we get here? What the fuck were we talking about before I derailed this with Nazis?
New caffeine delivery system?
No, it was after that. Oh,
Getting
it was
paid to do nothing.
Oh,
No,
getting paid to do
yeah.
nothing.
Well, you know,
Natural-
if you think about
naturally.
it, Japanese to Nazis, it's a natural jump that you can make because they were allies.
Hitler did have a lot of people that
Now
he
they just
pay
like cartoons.
that did work for them.
They both went into auto manufacturing afterwards.
A lot of people, he would say, I guess you could say, he put it in concentrated areas, but they weren't really getting paid, and they were not having a great time. So
Not a
that's-
great time.
That's how we got there, Robert.
Yeah.
So Japan kind of Hitlery, if you think about it. And really, they did ally with him, which is why the U.S. had to get involved. We fixed that pretty quick, didn't we? Didn't we? Japan ain't messing with us no more.
No, we
That's all
fixed
I'm
it
saying.
twice.
It's so nice we did it twice. All right, let's do some Robert Felines. I was at the Rod Ryan golf tournament yesterday. Shout out to Bro Brad. We love Bro Brad. He's the best. He paid for a Rod Ryan or a Pass the Gravy golf hole again, and
He paid for our hole.
he paid for our hole, and he sponsored the hole. And we have the big sign up there that says Pass the Gravy Podcast, and so all the people be like, "What do you guys talk about?" And like Raymundo was up there with us, and I was like, "Raymundo, why don't you answer that?"
Well, next time you can just answer. We talk about why Nazis are bad.
Yeah. Well, we hate Nazis, so that's what we talk about. I was like, a lot of sports, and we pitch a bunch of weird ideas. And then I tried to explain Robert Felines, and a lot of people didn't understand it. But hopefully, if you were listening today for the first time, you're still hanging with us. Robert, just pop one in there. Pop his in. Just pop one in. I kind of want to hear like Robert doing his in for the first time on the podcast would be funny.
As long as people don't mind hearing.
It's not illegal, dude. It's fine. But yeah, Robert Felines. Let's get right into Robert Felines. Robert Felines began when somebody asked us if Robert Feline is the proper name for Bobcat, and then we were like, "Holy shit, that is!" And then we just looked. Like, we kind of realized Robert Felines are just code words for other words. It's the same word, just rephrased, and you have to figure out what it is. We'll give you the topic. We'll give you the Robert Feline, and your job is to find out the real word or words. I will start first because I had 3 or 4 for this week. Let's start with... I have to scroll all the way down. All right, this is a tree. We're going with a tree here. Frederick Coate.
Douglas fir.
Yep. Well done, Pat. Nice.
That might be the only fucking
Nice.
tree I know.
Yeah, no, I don't know a lot of trees either.
I was like, God, all I can think of is Arbor Day right now.
The first one that came to my mind was Joshua Tree.
That would have been good. That would have been good too. I was hanging out with him yesterday at the golf tournament as well. All right, this is clothing. Topic is clothing. Go away rope.
Go away rope. And it's a clothing. Go away. Leave.
You're kind of on the right track there. It's not leave, but you're on the right track. Go away rope. It's a clothing. Has to do with clothing.
Drawstring? No. What the fuck could rope be? I swear it gets difficult.
Cloth. Knot.
I got nothing.
You were close with drawstring.
Oh, okay.
Suspenders.
Go away rope.
I can't get the only words that I've already said out of my head.
Velcro.
Shoestring.
Shoestring. God.
Leave. You had leave with go
shoe.
away.
Okay.
Rope. String.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all were close.
was a good one.
I thought you were close on that.
That was a good one.
All right. This is workout equipment. Tire puppy.
Treadmill.
Yep. All right.
Puppy mill.
Of course, Robert got that one the fastest. Big puppy mill guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. This is an occupation. Telephone tiny.
Occupation. Telephone tiny.
Police.
Call
No.
girl?
No, but not that far off.
What did you say?
Call girl. Telephone.
It might be something a call girl would do.
I mean,
Well, I know that's an occupation.
I don't
but
think
maybe
blowjob is the answer.
No. But like she might have another occupation that the call girl thing comes from. Telephone tiny.
Phone sex worker?
You could also have gone with remove she, if that was the other term you would call her occupation.
Now you're throwing a lot of words at me and everything's jumbled in my brain.
Telephone tiny. Let's go back to that.
Telephone tiny. Okay. Cell call.
So, ooh.
Y'all aren't getting it. It's pole dancer. Telephone pole,
okay.
tiny dancer.
Okay.
And then remove she would have been stripper, which you could have also gone with. Pole
Ah,
dancer, stripper. Get it, call girl would
That's good.
maybe do
No,
both.
that's a good one,
Maybe
yeah.
does both. All right, what do you guys got for Robert Felines?
all right. My first one, it's a movie. Shit, where did I put this? Okay. So fucking stupid. It's a movie. Fancy hat, pew pew.
Guns.
Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Top hat. It's fancy
Yeah.
hat. All right. My next one. The best I came up with was pew pew. It's so obvious.
Well, sometimes when you're coming up with a Robert Feeling, like you're like I don't know, like
I reverse engineer almost all of mine.
I was
think
passing
of
the
thing and then-
arboretum and I was like, what kind of trees could be Robert Feelings? Like Douglas fir. Okay, how do we get to that? And then I was trying to be like Frederick Douglass. I don't know. Is there another Douglas? Buster Douglas? What's the one they're gonna get? But sometimes you have like you find the last part of the word. You're like, I don't know. Pew pew.
My next one is also a movie.
All right, we got a theme tonight.
Jordan blowjobs. It is one word. It's not a 2-word movie. It's a 1-word movie. Jordan blowjobs.
Blow.
No.
I don't know.
No. I don't think I would put the name of the movie in the hint and then elongate
Jordan
it.
blowjobs could also be Michael B. Jordan, if you think about it.
Remove a letter there.
Like Mike?
No, I mean, not Michael B.
Michael
Jordan. What's his nickname?
Mike? MJ?
No, it was also his shoe brand.
Nike?
Jump.
Air.
Jordan Blowjobs.
Air Jordan.
Airheads.
Airheads. Well, I was thinking Michael Jordan the whole time, okay? And
Robert's
there's a lot
never
of
heard
Michael
the
Jordan
movie
movies.
Doing movies is really just
I
me
thought
and
you could do
He's
Air
not-
Bud. I thought Air Bud.
Jordan Weed.
Jordan
And my last one. This one should be a layup for you guys.
All right.
It's a movie monster. Philly DeVito and Ben's Money.
What?
Philly DeVito and Ben's Money.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Danny DeVito is what I'm getting.
Philly.
Rocky.
But Philly DeVito. Frankenstein.
Oh.
He's Frank and It's Always Sunny and Win Ben Stein's Money. That's a deep cut from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I really thought once a movie monster and you would get Frank and you'd be like, fucking Frankenstein.
I was thinking Danny DeVito, but yeah. I didn't put that together.
The dumb ones are the fun ones.
So I'm not even going to tell you the category for this one because I think it's a pretty easy one.
Right?
I thought the last one was easy.
Empty penis.
Something cock.
I was like, limp dick.
Empty penis.
John.
Something that's coming up.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Who said that one?
That was Raymundo.
That was a good one.
That's good.
I have one more.
Halloween.
I'll say this one is a professional sports team. Co-host uproars.
Professional sport co-host uproars.
Yeah,
Well,
co-host.
roars. I'm just thinking
Uproar.
Lions. Is it Detroit Lions? That was a shot in the dark. There was no thought that went behind that
Yeah,
outside
I
of
don't know.
roars. Uproars. So yell, crowd.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking Lions.
Who's a co-host we know?
Alex,
Alex isn't a co-host.
co-host of fucking Rod Ryan show.
Tessa?
Maybe think closer to you.
Pat?
Okay.
New England Patriots.
The Patriots.
Pat Riots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Took me a second.
For a second, I thought it might have been something Pat, but I was like, that's too on the nose for
Yeah.
us. No, we need layups because we're
Yeah.
stupid.
Not our best round of guessing. at least.
Success-wise, no. Clue-wise, I think it was one of our better
Yeah,
rounds.
of guessing, not so great. But those are our Robert Felines this week. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, moving on. Comeback Kid. Let's get into the Comeback Kid segment brought to you this week by Underdog Fantasy. We all love Underdog Fantasy. You're going to love Underdog Fantasy too. It's the greatest time of year. We got football going on. We got all the sports going on. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got into the game last year by making picks on Underdog. You can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite players' stats like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward. Signing up for it's even easier. You can head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with my promo code AlexTheBuzz, and Underdog is going to give you a free pick to use on your first cash Precome entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code AlexTheBuzz, all one word. You can claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your gambling or concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right, our first Comeback Kid this week is indigenous peoples and Christopher Columbus, because that is always a weird holiday now, even though I feel like I have to work every
Didn't
single
have
time.
to be.
But it's weird where it's like happy, and then somebody's got to commit to one of those days, and it's like, just don't say anything. Like, I don't know. Is
It doesn't
indigenous
feel right.
peoples? Is it also Columbus Day? I feel like they both kind of have claim to it. It's weird where like it's the Pluto thing where like you told us Pluto is a planet, now you're telling me it's not a planet. I already had to learn and take tests saying it was a planet. How dare you say it wasn't? Because
planet
that
forever.
means I had to write on a test that was a planet. So fuck you if you're gonna tell me it wasn't.
Once
So
I learn it, you can't change it. That's the rules.
I'm not. You can't put the monkey back in the bottle.
This isn't science. Like
Absolutely.
science has ever evolved. No, this is math.
I was taught that it was Christopher
what it
Columbus
is.
Day.
Yeah.
I was not taught about a lot of other stuff about Christopher Columbus. I was just taught that was his day. And as Tony Soprano told me, in this house, Christopher Columbus is a hero.
And I agree.
And I was like, all right. Yeah, Tony Soprano says he makes good decisions, so I'll go with that.
He did some horrible shit, but you know, without it, we wouldn't have the NFL.
Great point. Great point.
Also saying Happy Indigenous Peoples Day, that just, it doesn't roll off the tongue, but it doesn't feel right saying Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It feels like anytime people bring up Indigenous peoples, you're speaking about some sort of atrocity. So putting happy in front of it, it just doesn't feel right to me.
But also, Happy Columbus Day doesn't sound right either.
Why not? Italians are happy people.
Do you think it would be maybe a Merry Columbus Day we could go with?
More like Columbus Observance Day.
Feliz Columbus Day.
Maybe it should just be, Columbus Day.
Hey, it's Columbus Day. How about that?
Which, by the way, I don't think people.
How about that?
I don't think people really should say Happy Columbus Day. People are just like, oh, it's Columbus Day.
But people also say like Happy Memorial Day.
Well, that's because these
Yeah,
people
but then
that
everyone
died.
always corrects me, like, that's not the right one for this one. Maybe
Some
Happy Veterans
gave
Day.
all gave some.
People have a Happy Memorial Day because we use it as an excuse to get fucked up,
Right.
like we do for
the troops.
every day in America.
For the troops.
But that's
Of
what I'm
course.
saying. Like, every other holiday we say Happy whatever, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy
We do.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Gravy Day.
Because we're
Happy
just
Gravy
hoping,
Day.
really all it is when people get mad about it, dude, I'm just trying to wish you a happy day. I'm just trying to say, hey, have a
Yeah.
good day, and I'm throwing whatever day it is. Don't be the person that's like, actually, it's a day. No.
I think a lot less people are mad about it, and I do think that people have like actual opinions on it. I'm not saying people like aren't upset about it, but like I just feel like a lot of it's just like online stuff. I did have a maybe dumb question. Like if Columbus Day is bad and problematic, and I don't want to ever say anything to take this away, but like Thanksgiving, like what kind of problematic if you think about it, right? Like because it was.
You can take away everything from me.
Didn't the Pilgrims give them all smallpox?
You can take away.
And like, there was like, thanks for letting us eat your food. Sorry we gave you all this disease.
You can
Like,
take
if that-
away Christmas. You can take away Halloween.
That's what I'm saying.
You
This
can
is a
take away
slippery
St.
slope.
Patrick's Day. You don't touch Thanksgiving.
That's
the
what I'm
day-
saying, man.
Here's the thing. The day that every other cause has been accepted and pushed through and everything is allowed, and they get bored and they go, well, now we have to go after Thanksgiving. That's the day that I have my Martin Heemeyer moment. That's the day I buy a bulldozer, a shit ton of concrete, and I just start crushing everything. You try and take away the food holiday of food holidays, because if you're taking away Thanksgiving, that means you're probably trying to take away Thanksgiving Day football games too. A man can only take so much, Alex.
I agree with you.
I will physically hurt anyone that tries to come after Thanksgiving.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying. Slippery
Don't even
slope.
put the idea in their head.
Slippery slope.
But
I
there's
agree.
no like one person for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just all of them.
Yeah, so it's like it's
Just
just it's
all
more
of-
of a vague idea.
There is white people.
Don't you dare let me catch you saying Happy Leif Erikson Day. That guy was a Viking. You know the kind of shit that they did?
The white peoples.
I say Happy non-denominational day on December 25th.
I like that.
You're a piece of shit.
I say Festivus. You want to see you want to hear a fun Facebook meme that an uncle on Facebook shared? Christopher Columbus was just an immigrant seeking asylum. Get it, guys?
I mean, it wasn't.
Great job, Uncle Dave. You got us there.
I don't. Just give Indigenous peoples a different day.
I kind of like that they share it.
Like, why would you? That's the thing. Neither side that
You're
really
like-
digs their heels in It's like Israel Palestine, but with less conflict in it. Nobody's agreeing to share that day. It's our day. No, it's our day. All right. Well, this is going to end
Who
well.
else is yelling? Christopher Columbus?
Italians.
But he's Spanish.
Basically, we found a way
Isn't he
in America.
Spanish?
I don't know if he was Spanish or if he was Italian, or if he was Spanish and the Italians sent him on it, or he was I think he was Italian and Spain paid for the trip. I think he was working for Spain, if I remember correctly. But we found a way to pit Native
He was like
Americans
the U.S. soccer coach.
and the only in America can we find a way to pit Native Americans against Italians. Two groups that have since Christopher Columbus not had a lot to do with each other.
Yeah.
And we were just like, hey, how can we divide these people? No, just let everyone have a whatever day. Nobody had it off work.
Give them all day.
It's not even a non-working holiday. It's just Columbus
He
Day.
was born in Genoa, Italy.
Yeah, he was Italian. Yeah, see, I remember some
But he
some
died
history
in
shit.
Spain.
Yeah, because he was working for Spain.
And he's been buried.
Italy was sending all their money to the Vatican back then. Spain was sending the people around the world being, well, let's discover some shit.
He's been buried like 5 times. I don't know why. He was buried in the Dominican Republic. He was buried in Spain, then the Dominican Republic, then back in Spain, and then in Seville, Spain. Why? Like
Sevilla.
Seville. This is Seville. Seville.
I do know that.
You
That's
don't know.
Sevilla.
When was the last time you
It's a
went?
soccer team.
I've never been.
Sevilla is a soccer team
I've-
in La Liga.
I've fucking never been to Los Angeles, but I know how to say that one too.
Los Angeles.
I've never been to Manitoba
Manitoba.
or Sao Paulo
Sao Paulo's a fun one.
or Mexico City.
But yeah, shout out to indigenous peoples, and then
Shout out to Columbus. We're in this house. He's a hero.
and Italians.
He's not a hero.
In that house, he is.
Robert, if not for what he did, we wouldn't have the NFL. In my books, that's a hero.
Great point.
It wouldn't have been him. Like, it could have been anyone.
Hold on. Let me put this in terms that he can
You can
understand.
explain it for him.
If not for Christopher Columbus, we wouldn't have the Astros.
Think about that, Robert.
We would have. Maybe we would still have the Colt 45s. What about that?
Native Americans didn't believe in guns.
They used them.
Well, after Christopher Columbus showed them how.
Yeah. We came over here. We gave them guns. We gave them horses. What are they complaining about?
Smallpox.
I even
and
had to trail
disease.
myself off on that one. What are we complaining about? Forget all the horrible things we did to
Just
them.
look the other way.
They were fighting before we got here. We just won.
All right. Also, comeback kid this week. Birthdays and birthday weeks. Birthday weeks. It was Jerry Jones's birthday.
Oh, how'd that go for him?
Happy birthday, Jerry Jones. They got blown out by the Lions, and he looked like he hated.
How about the
everything.
Lions? The Lions are a bad, poorly run franchise.
Well,
a well-run franchise like the Cowboys wouldn't let that happen, would they?
you would think that historically speaking, the Lions have not been very good, and they are now though. And
No, but their quarterback is
right. Yeah, he
is
was
Jared Goff, who was cast off from the team that drafted him. The Cowboys have the highest paid not only quarterback but
Right.
player in the history
Right.
of the NFL. Surely they're great.
Yeah, dude. It didn't work out that way. I guess you could say the Lions played the part of Columbus and the Cowboys played the part of the indigenous people.
No,
on
it's
Sunday.
indigenous is now.
On the indigenize. The indigenes. But yeah, they fucked up the Cowboys on Sunday. I had a
ran
tough
like
Sunday, and
7
that made it a little
trick
bit better. Yeah, while up like 20. It was great. It was like 47 to
Let's run a hook and
13
ladder
or-
to
yeah.
our right tackle.
they got crushed, and they're 0-4. Cowboys are 0-4 at home this year so far after going undefeated last season, and it's awesome to watch.
It's so good.
But I hope Jerry Jones never dies. I hope Jerry Jones lives forever. Please make sure that whatever he needs, we make sure that he is okay.
Who would have thought that
And
having
alive.
a senile billionaire and a fat fuck head coach wouldn't work out well for you?
Well, but then did you see yesterday, we're recording this on Wednesday the 16th, so it happened on October 15th. Jerry Jones had to do his on Dallas's sports station. He has to do on the Cowboys official station. He does a hit every week where he calls in and they ask him questions, and he like went off on the host like, these aren't the questions that you're paid to ask, and I can find somebody that can ask those questions. So Jerry Jones, we would love you to call on Pass the Gravy. I would love your weekly hit on Pass. Can you imagine? It was just us asking the worst questions to Jerry for like 10 seconds, and then he's gonna hang up, and then that'll be it. But like,
Or
Jerry, how does it feel to know that you're just a waste of space?
if Jerry
rich.
follows through and gets those guys fired, I think we can give them a little weekly hit on Pass the Gravy to hold them over until they get another job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But keep them all. Actually, he doesn't need to get
Because
anybody
after that,
fired.
they'll probably hate the Cowboys. And we can all
shouldn't.
just sit here and shit on the Cowboys for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's fun. As a fan of a team that's not good right now, it makes me happy when other teams are not doing well and good. Fuck the Cowboys. But
like-
also, like, they ruined Jerry Jones' birthday week. It was his birthday
was
week.
awesome.
And then they were like, Jerry, what do you think about your team sucking? He's like, you can't talk to me like that. Don't you ever talk to me like that ever again.
And I'm with you. I do want Jerry to live forever, but I'm also excited for when his son takes
No.
over. No, because think about it this way. When does the son ever do better? Every time somebody's kid takes over for the franchise because they either just step down or they die and the kids take over, it's always some dickhead rich kid who's grown up filthy rich his whole fucking life, has nothing to do with football but was just born into it. They always fuck up the franchise. I mean, the Yankees are one series away from the World Series right now, but how is
Please don't talk bad about
How
the
is
Yankees.
Hal done?
Please don't talk bad
How
about
is
the
Hal
Yankees. I said
done?
please don't talk bad about the Yankees right now. I'd like only positivity for the Yankees right now.
I was just using it
I would
as
like
an
not
ex-
to talk
as
about
an
the
example.
Yankees in a negative light, please.
Okay. It
This
was
is
just an
only
example.
positive. This is a safe space.
Virginia Hallis.
This is a safe
How is she
space.
done with the Bears?
She's old.
Yeah, but she took the team over.
She did.
She inherited it. The inheritee never does well.
What
with
you
the
got
franchise, so
against women owners? Huh?
They can't drive. I'm really just hammering
Yeah.
it down this week.
Yeah, but so yeah, Jerry Jones really sad, and that made me happy. So shout
was
out
awesome.
Jerry Jones, happy birthday, buddy.
The only downside is all my buddies that are Cowboys fans, they had given up before the year started.
Uh-huh.
They all like, and they've said it in the past, but they always got sucked in. This year, they were like, "No, dude, I have zero expectations going into this year," and they all meant it. Like they all had
Yeah.
given up and were mentally defeated. So I don't even get the fun thing that I usually get during the year of them losing their minds as the Cowboys
At
suck
the
and blow
bar,
games.
I was at the bar on Sunday, and there was some Cowboys fans. They saw I had my Giants hat on, so they were giving me shit. Giants weren't even playing, but then I got to see, like, we were watching the Texans game. Then the Cowboys had the 3:00 game. We stayed for a lot of that, and then I got to be like, "Oh, cool." And then anytime Dak would do anything dumb, I'd be, pay him more.
Yeah.
Just pay him.
Yeah, at least you can say,
Just
"Hey,
pay him more."
At least my bad quarterback isn't the highest paid player in the league."
Yeah, you can cut him.
You can get rid of your quarterback and it won't destroy your franchise for a few years. Cowboys can't do that.
Quarterback way. All right, yeah, but Jerry Jones, please don't die. You sick sack of shit. All right, next coming up, or
I'll
next
get
comeback
someone
kid.
to take over your podcast. You can't talk to me like that.
I just did. You don't know my podcast. Next comeback kid is fans fighting. Had a lot of fights in the fans and the fights with fans in the stands over the week. This was not a fight, but also, did you see the girl that was throwing up, and then the Lions guy was doing the gritty like right in front of her?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Robert was a Cowboys fan, and she was just on all fours, just projectile vomiting
Like
on
in
the
the
floor
walkway at the stadium.
At the walkway, and there's a Lions fan in his jersey, just like grittied right past her, like, "Ha, fuck you, bitch." It was
Sad
comedy.
Cowboys are always
It was
fun.
comedy. Not a fight, also, but I did sign at the Rod Ryan Show 20th anniversary party this weekend. There was a woman with a Philadelphia Eagles tattoo, and she asked me if I would sign her foot because she was making a joke about her tattoo, and I was like, "Of course I'll sign your foot." So I got down there and I just wrote "fuck Philly" and didn't sign my name at all. So I was
Respect.
like, "Haha, yeah, I'll sign it, but I'm gonna write fuck your team on it."
Yeah.
So take that. That showed her. That marker, permanent.
Got her.
Sign it with a tattoo gun next
Good
time.
luck washing that off.
I can. You can wash off permanent marker. But yeah, fans were fighting in the stands. There was a chick fight at the North Carolina State game.
It's hot.
The girl brought her like hot girl hat, where she's got her like Lumineers hat, and they smacked the fuck off of it. They smacked it the fuck off her head. Then she threw a hand. Then more hands were thrown.
That never
There's
works
stairs.
You can't smack the hat because then you're going to get punched in the face.
Yeah,
If you're going to hit him, hit him.
yeah. And the other one that smacked the hat, she had the low ground too. So when you don't have the high ground, it's an uphill battle, literally.
Apparently, she's not a Star Wars fan.
Yeah. I have the high ground, Anakin. But fans have been fighting a lot. And then you had the Lamar Jackson wearing Lamar Jackson jersey guy that was in Baltimore after the Ravens beat the Commanders, and he was just like finding Commanders fans and then sucker punching him, but he would just be like, hey, come up. Hey, what's up? And then just punch the fuck out of him. And
It's complete bullshit.
yeah, scumbag. He
Like
then,
fights in the stands are one thing. That's mutual combat. You're both arguing. You're both angry. You know a fight's about to happen.
Right.
You're walking down the street and a dude whose team just beat you. Like, if they had lost, you could maybe be like, this guy seems like he's agitated from the game. He just won. You can't just be walking up to people in the streets, sucker
Yeah.
punching them like, oh, won again. I'm undefeated.
Ravens are jinxed now. I think that guy probably put a curse on the Ravens by doing
Probably.
that.
And it's a shame because they're looking real strong this year.
But he flexed and said, I don't lose. And then somebody put his rap sheet out, and he has some pretty bad stuff in his
And
past.
he does lose because he lost his job.
Lost his job. And then,
He's probably going to lose his freedom.
yeah, and he like put his penis on a special needs kid in high school, it said, and then had sent a dick picture to a girl in college who then posted it all over dorms because she didn't want the dick pic. So he's not a great guy anyways, and he says he doesn't lose. He clearly
And if you see his
does
picture,
lose.
he looks like a douche.
He clearly does lose. But yeah, fans fighting. Those are back. Don't be like the other fan. Don't be like that fan. Be chill.
Yeah.
Be
If
chill.
you're going to fight, make sure you ask, do you agree to mutual combat?
Right. And then also, I think I'm just gonna come out and say it. Let's don't fight guys wearing the same team jersey. All right?
Yeah,
You're
when fans fight each
supporting
other.
your team. Like, if I'm at a Giants game, I'm not gonna fucking throw hands with another Giants guy. I can think that guy's a douche, but like, yo, we're all here to bring together like this team. We gotta will this team to a win. Like,
We're all on the same
you
side.
are ruining the vibes if you're trying to fight. I'm ruining the vibes. I'm trying to fight more guys wearing my jersey. Like, we're not doing that. Cancer in the locker room, cancer in the stands.
I'm wearing a Dak jersey. You can't also wear a Dak jersey.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell me
There could only be one. Let's fight.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Could be.
There'd be a lot of fights at games if that was the case.
I mean, if you're wearing a Dak jersey, you should probably just punch yourself.
Or just DM Dak Prescott, see if he'll pay you back for it. You got the money, dude. I know you do.
I don't know. He's got a Mississippi State
saw it.
education. He might not know how to do that.
Before we move on from this, let me go back. One more. I had a fun Jerry Jones stat I wanted to share before we moved on from that. But so let's just flash back real quick to the Jerry Jones birthday. Jerry Jones is the only owner in NFL history to both attend an anti-integration protest during the civil rights era and watch their $1 billion football team lose 47-9. Never been done before. That's a fact.
Hey, Cowboys just keep making history.
Facts only. I like finding weird facts like that and just hashtag facts only.
It's crazy that
I'm not taking sides.
He had so much
posting the
success in the first 5 years.
That was it.
That he bought the franchise. That the rest of the owners in the league were just like, we'll let you have all the power. And he built it into the most, what's the phrasing for this? The highest valued team in American sports.
Yep.
Granted, I mean, it's football, so it's going to be higher value than any of the other great ones. But they haven't won shit in 30 years. Jerry's a bad owner. Not just he's such
great
a
owner. He's a great owner. What are you talking about? Great owner.
You just can't be the GM.
Please don't die. Please don't die.
I hope this one I hope Steven is just like, you know what, I'm going to be the GM too.
I'm
Just
the
like-
GM.
Daddy showed me how to do it. I'm going to do it.
W6. You think Jerry's a big Trump guy?
Yes.
Dude, he could get Trump to be GM.
I would struggle to find a single owner in the NFL that is not a Trump guy. He's gonna cut my taxes by how much?
Anyways, couple more comeback kids before we wrap that up. Goalies are back. We had a goalie goal last night.
Oh, it's
Did
so
you see that?
beautiful.
Did you see that? Philip Gustafson of the Minnesota Wild. Robert, you ever seen a goalie goal? Pro.
By the way, we're talking about hockey, Robert.
Hockey. It's when the goalie just scores from his own net. There's an empty net. They pull the goalie on the other team. You just get it and just flip it. It happened to me
Fling it.
one time in my hockey career, and it was the coolest thing ever. It was the coolest thing ever.
buddy.
I cheated on. I had a non-regulation stick. I would just.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
Yeah, it's true. I wasn't caught, but goalie sticks are pretty much flat, and I curved the fuck out of it. So then when I clear out pucks, I could just kind of direct it better. And I remember they had a line change. The goalie was already pulled. And we were trying to just wind it down. I was like, oh, fuck, it's my time. It's my time. And I did it, and it just slowly went in there. I didn't think it was going to go all the way, and it did, and it was awesome. But you got to see that happen. And it's It's almost just as exciting to see other people do it.
It happens like maybe once a year.
Like, there's a little bit of skill sometimes that goes into it, but a lot of them are just complete luck that like no one's going to touch it down the entire ice.
Because for every one that you see happen, you'll see 8 miss.
Most of them miss. 99%
And that seems like it's
miss.
a pretty good percentage. You get like maybe 8 a year.
Probably less.
Yeah.
Maybe
like I know there was one
like
last
5
year.
max a
Swayman
year.
had one last year.
Maybe
for the
4
Bruins.
a year.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot.
No, it doesn't. But it was
But
sick.
it's a beautiful thing to see.
And
every
it's
time.
very early in the season, so it got me jacked up.
And
So
everyone's so happy for the goalie.
shout out goalies. Yeah.
Shout out goalies. You're weird motherfuckers, but we love you.
All right, last comeback kid is just touching dicks with your boys, dude. The Dodgers, man. That's
I touch my boys' dicks all the time.
Dodger tradition. Dodgers and the Rangers. That's their tradition. It's like
Yeah.
you do a positive play, just touch dicks with your boys. Just jump up. Instead of chest bumping, we're dick bumping.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
the Dodgers do.
what's the one thing you think of when you think of L.A. and Dallas? Perverts.
Guys being dudes.
Just hey, there's a bunch of kids in the stands. Hey, let's rub our genitals together in front of
That's
all
a great message to send to the children. Wow.
Dude, I'm so
Wow.
angry that I'm going to have to root for the Dodgers.
Don't root for the Dodgers. Root for the podcast.
I'm rooting for the Mets.
Root for the podcast.
I'm rooting for the Mets.
No,
But
we don't root for the Mets.
I don't think the Mets are going to
Don't root for the Mets.
win.
Or the Dodgers. Remember, you're going to root for the team that had the guy that was gambling on baseball and then just
I like to gamble.
He just had a fall guy and just got his friend to just be like, hey, I need you to take the fall for me. And then we're just going to sweep it under the rug. After
sounds like the most American thing I've ever heard.
You're an Astros fan. You saw what the MLB did to them. They dragged him. And they had nowhere near as much evidence as they did for Shohei. And then they were like, we did like a half-day investigation. He's cleared. Yeah, it definitely wasn't him. Even though it went into his bank account and then millions and millions of dollars were transferred, but he didn't know because he doesn't know what banks are. He's never heard of a bank in his life. Definitely not him. He had no idea about it.
Hey, it's called
Nothing happened.
the lesser of two evils. Do I root for the franchise that just tries to do the old Yankee system of buying their entire team and cheats by deferring money so that they can afford to do it and has
And
the
gambles on baseball?
whiniest goddamn franchise or fans of all time that complain about everything even though they get to live in LA? Or do I root for Satan in the New York Yankees?
Satan. You root for Satan.
I don't.
You root for Satan in that.
I don't. Other people might be. I was born into Red Sox fandom.
But you're an Astros fan, though.
That'd be like,
It's got to be nice to have two teams.
it would literally be like an Israeli soldier just being like, I'm really pulling for the Palestinians on this one.
Wouldn't say that's the same thing.
It's pretty fucking close.
Wouldn't say it's the same thing. But you have two teams, though, so, like, that's not fair.
I
You get new rivals.
I got a big heart. I mean, I probably do have an enlarged heart, but I got a big heart. I got a lot of room to love.
It makes me mad that you have two teams. Because it feels like you're not all invested on
But
one.
like, you're basically asking me to root for the Chicago Bears. I can never do that.
What if your like, best friend really wanted you to do it?
Have you ever met? All I do is shit on my friends and
what
make
if,
them fucking angry.
You're like, it'll make my friend happier than anything in the world. Just like, let's give my friend that one thing. He's had a tough time with his team.
You want to take 5 minutes scrolling through how I talk to my
But just
friends
like no,
in my
but
group
like
chat?
not those friends. Just like say like there was another friend you had that maybe you did a show with.
I
Like,
love you.
what
I hate your team.
But like, wouldn't you want that friend to be very happy?
No, because
that,
sad
like-
is probably better for the podcast.
No, but like he's sad all the time though. So like, what if he had this one little?
I'm sad
one
all the
little-
time.
He had this one little glimmer of happiness because his fucking stupid team.
You've got a wife and a
won.
kid. That's enough. Fuck you.
You think it's enough?
You know what I have?
You ever had a wife, kid, and a championship? Because I'd like to feel that.
I have an Xbox. I want you to feel the pain that I feel every day. That's all I got, buddy. I live with a dog that I fucking hate, and I love all dogs. You don't understand the anger that is constantly running through me. Like Anakin, after he got his legs chopped off, that's my just base layer.
I just don't enjoy baseball watching right now. Like it's just I'm scared the whole
You
time.
feel
I'm
the
watching
impending
it.
doom.
I'm just scared all game.
Because you're like, at any moment, is Stanton going to turn back into what he was for the last 2 months? Is the Yankees pitching going to turn back into what it was all year? Like, I was scared. I was thinking about it today. I was so scared because all postseason I've been going through, the Yankees don't have the pitching. I'm not worried. Why are they pitching so well right now? Granted, they have not played anybody in the postseason yet. But
Guardians had the third best record in baseball.
I know.
Guardians had third best record in baseball.
I know.
Great
This is why it
bullpen.
doesn't make sense. Yeah, this is the first team you've had to
great
play.
Bullpen, great starting pitching. 2-0. Not gonna get ahead of myself. I know this goes. I know this ends. All right. Anyways, let's move on. That was touching dicks with your boys.
Yeah, I'll never root for the Yankees.
Guys being dudes sometimes. Guys being dudes. All right. Let's move on to the not cool segment where this is our vent session. We get to vent about stuff that we just say, hey, not cool, man. If you have something like that happens throughout your week, hit us up on Twitter. We're at PassGreatPod. Hashtag PTG not cool is how we will search for those. So make sure to attach that hashtag. And you can hit us up again, like I said, at PassGreatPod. Hashtag PTG not cool. Not cool segments brought to you by LittleMShop.com, your number one place online for retro-inspired tchotchkes. Go for the tchotchkes. Stay for the air fresheners, the best air fresheners on the planet. You got the floral wallpaper with fresh-to-death scent, Little Ice with the out-of-this-world design, Rad with the Miami Beach scent. Go try them all. You spend $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping. And also, if you use our promo code PTG69 at checkout, you're going to get 10% off your order. So you get 10% off your order and free shipping on orders of $10 or more at littlemshop.com. They also have customizable keychains. They have already pre-made keychains that are cool too, but go get the customizable ones. It's fun to put on backpacks. You got a bachelor party, bachelorette party going on. Do that. You know, if you share in a house, you're doing any rental houses, like this is the what's the Airbnb key? That's what you can just put on that, and then just your guests are like, oh, cool, it looks like a little hotel keychain. That's fun.
It's smart.
Yeah, vibes makes the vibes better. You
very
get a better
demure.
rating. Very demure, very cutesy. Air fresheners though, those are the best of the game. I promise you. You don't want to drive around with one of those baby back bitch little trees. Cut those down and then go and get a Little M air freshener. LittleEMShop.com. They're on Twitter at Little EM Tweets and on Instagram at Little EM Shop. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. Promo code PTG69 at checkout. You're going to get 10% off at LittleEMShop.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, let's start with some viewer and listener submitted not cools. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. If you are just listening to us, if you're watching us, hit that play button on the audio version as well. If you're listening, hit the play on the YouTube at least. Let's get the clicks on both sides. You know, help us out, and then just go spam us with the comments. Spam us with the comments. We like it when you guys do that. Let's start with Todd Voss. Okay, so this is a unique one. I always say tweet us. Tweet us, you are not cools. Todd Voss emailed his in today, and you're about to learn why. Todd says, I left my phone home when I left for work this morning. That is why I am emailing you my not cool instead of tweeting it. And I was like, this is a very appropriate time to submit your not cool via email. This is actually probably the first emailed not cool, if not the first, one of a handful of emailed not cools that we've had. But Todd having to email from work, like there's nothing worse than you're like, oh no. I was walking my dog the other day, and I got all the way outside and forgot my phone. I was like, "No, what do I do?"
Like hopefully they've got magazines at his job or something. 'Cause like,
I get so bored.
Well, no, I just like, what happens when he has to poop?
Yeah, like what do you do during lunch?
Like, there's no shampoo bottles at work in the bathroom for you to read. Like, you can't bring it back to elementary school.
We got to get him a cook pamphlet. I got to at least read that.
Hell yeah.
I need to make those, and I'll give them out at the Spooktacular, and then you can always keep it on wherever you are, and then now I got reading material. That does suck, dude. That's a shitty feeling.
Just because then all day you're going to be living with that feeling of, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
And then you feel for your pocket,
something.
and it's not there.
You're getting ready to leave for work. You're like, I'm missing something, and you're like, I know it's the phone, but also I feel like I'm missing something.
Absolutely.
So like I can't get comfortable.
Absolutely. That sucks, Todd. Solid, not cool.
Hopefully your phone's not dead when you get home if you got a poor battery like I do.
Better not be. Solid, not cool, Todd. T's and P's, brother. Our next one is from Ryan Gonzalez. He's at Rygo_17 on Twitter, and Ryan says his not cool, or my hashtag PTG not cool, is that I can't see Taking Back Gravy in concert and will never be able to see No More Jokes live. It's Robert's emo song from last week.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
I was singing in the car a lot today, and I started thinking, I was like, maybe I should be the front man for a band.
At the golf tournament I was at yesterday, Raymundo, former MVP of Pass the Gravy, he had downloaded that. So he was playing that at the hole. He was like, "Oh, this is that band."
No more jokes. Bobby cries.
Underneath the pale green sky. Or pale gray sky, I don't remember what it was. But yeah, and then there was...
No, but you'll never see him. That sucks.
Death Cab for Gravy is another emo band I had signed, and they just came out with a song called One QB Away about me and my struggles with the New York Giants. You can also go check that out at PassGrayPod on all socials. But yeah, that does suck, dude. Maybe the Spooktacular, we'll have to see if Taking Back Gravy can make an appearance.
Maybe we can do a sing-along.
That'd be fun. We'll definitely play it. We'll definitely play it at the Spooktacular for sure. All right, last listener and viewer submitted not cool is from Adrian Valdez at Angry Enchilada on Twitter. Fantastic handle. He says his not cool is people who put fish in the microwave and make an entire office stink. That's that one always plays.
How do people actually do that? Like, that's been a thing that's been on like TV and just
care.
in pop culture since at least the 90s. People were like, don't be that guy, don't do that.
People don't care.
do that.
People just don't care.
Like, just eat your fucking food cold.
People just don't care. It's weird. What? Just deal with it. It's not that bad.
Just bring chicken. Don't microwave fish.
Yeah, it's a weird move. Like, is this going to stink at all if I've already heated it up? Okay, then I'm not going to do it. That should be a very simple decision-making process.
God, people suck.
But yeah, that does suck. T's and P's, Adrian.
Bring a shopping cart to work and just leave it behind their car.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Just do it every day.
A wild shopping cart would be that's a really funny prank.
Or maybe you should take a fish and put it in their tailpipe. Not
a bad idea. Also a good one.
Not a whole full fish. They'll probably see it. Just throw some shrimp in there.
Oh, as far up as you can.
Just toss some shrimp into their tailpipe. They'll never find that. Yeah, that's what they get. Like, oh, you don't like the smell of fish? Neither does anyone else. You don't like how it smells when that fish gets heated up in an area you weren't expecting?
And it's work, but you can't ever play this game, but like just do the morning, ladies. That always plays.
Shout out Afro Man.
That always plays when it's not work. So I wouldn't recommend.
If you work with only dudes?
I wouldn't recommend doing it at work. But that would be fun.
Or do it at work if you work with cool people.
I don't recommend it.
I can do it at work.
Could get you reported to HR just in case. I'll go first with mine. I had visitors at my apartment for I had people stay over for probably the first time. I know I had my brother drunkenly passed out over at my house where he was just like, hey, I'm just going to crash.
He crashed.
That's different.
Yeah, crashing doesn't count.
I had some friends come in from out of town to stay with me this weekend. We were going to the Rod Ryan Show 20th anniversary party, and I was like, absolutely, I got room. You guys can crash here. Got a futon. First time somebody's crashed on the futon. It's pretty awesome. But I had some friends stay, and neither of them, there were two people that were coming, or two cars. Neither of them could park in my visitor parking because the visitor parking was full. And then they put stickers on people who don't park in visitor parking. If you park in a non-marked spot and you don't have like a pass, but not everybody has passes and people just park there anyways. And then all of our visitor parking is like by people that still live there. So it's kind of bullshit. Luckily, there was a building not too far from us that like they had to pay to go park in that parking garage and walk.
I've done it. And it's not that expensive.
It's a pain in the ass though.
It is.
But like, it's bullshit that you can have visitor parking that is parked at by people that live there and that like there's nowhere for visitors to park. What am I supposed to do? I guess you can't have visitors. No, I'm going to have visitors and they're going to park in somebody's spot now. Like that's going to be the problem.
Because it's not like you have to pay. Like parking is included when you live there, right?
Parking is included. The new thing that they've been trying to do over the last couple of years is get people to pay for reserved spots.
Yeah.
There's two buildings. Or four buildings, but like two big buildings that make that. And they just like cone off random spots and they'll be like, this could be reserved. This is a premium spot. I'm like, you can't do that. This was never a premium spot. And like they want you to pay $20 a month for it. And now they're just putting these orange stickers on people's cars that are, because like at night, if you came back after midnight, you wouldn't be able to find a spot. And if you did, it would be open. It would say reserved. And I saw a car today that I was like, I'm glad that was my not cool because it was a car that's parked in a reserved spot and there was a note written on it that they had just like rolled the window up with the note out and it was like, don't put a fucking sticker on my car. There was nowhere else to park. And I was like, all right. okay, good. I'm glad somebody else is having to deal with this shit. But like, I want to just be like, what the fuck is the problem with this, guys? Like, if I have visitors, I should be never prevented from having visitors.
You
I'm not
can't-
having 100 people over. If I have 2 cars that need to park in visitor parking, they should be able to park in visitor parking. And if they're not, that's not my problem.
You can't paywall parking spots if you don't have enough parking spots
They
for
don't.
everyone that lives there.
Because then people that paid for parking spots that are reserved move, and the reserved spot still says reserved, so people can't park there. And then you're like, well, there's all of these spots are taken. There's 12 vacant spots that all say reserved that are clearly not going to be used by anybody. I've had to park in those before. I'm just like, I don't like, you can't tow out of my garage. So that's like, they can put the annoying sticker on, which is a pain in the ass to get off, but they can't tow because I've seen the tow truck where when you lift the car up, you can't get out of the garage. So it's like, I know you're not taking it anywhere, so don't fuck with my shit. And then stop being so like, stop trying to enforce so many rules when you can't tow me. Because now I will just park in front of the fucking gate. Like, I can do that now if I want to. I will just do that, and I will make your life bad. And we were tight. Me and Lori are tight. I thought we were tight. We might not be tight. We might not be tight, and I don't think we want to go back to that.
Truce is off?
Not yet. I need to go have a word. But I'm going to have a word this week. I'm going to be like, what the fuck? This was a very poor experience for my friends. They'll never live here now because they already live in homes, but they thought this was bullshit. How do I look? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I look like I live in the hood. We're like, yeah, there's no visitor parking. Yeah, we don't have any places for visitors. They just said, no, don't have friends. Not allowed to have friends here. If I was trying to have 5 people come stay with all 5 cars,
Good
okay,
luck.
I get that. But like, you should be able to have 2 cars park in a visitor parking spot. That was my not cool. And then my other not cool is I drank way too much this weekend. I went pretty hard on Saturday, and then Sunday woke up, went to the bar and watched football with my friends, and then had like 12, 13 beers, and then drank during the Giants game because I hated myself. So
That'll happen.
It was a long, long weekend of drinking, and it took me 2 days to recover.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Not fun. But it was a fun weekend.
I've got one that can actually piggyback
All
off of that. I might drink myself to death. Not on purpose either. It's just I did an experiment where I ordered this really cheap bottle of whiskey from work. It's not one you can find. I'm not going to give the name because they're not paying me, but it's $5.82 for a liter. So that's more than a $7.50 than a regular bottle. And I was like, you know what? I know this is really cheap. I'm going to get it. I'm going to bring it home. And I'm going to try doing that trick that you can do with like tequila and stuff where like you put the frother in it or whatever. And so like it aerates and it makes it better. And I was like, I'm going to see if that makes it drinkable, just to try. I was like, worst case scenario, this is horse piss and I'm out $6, whatever.
Did you try it before you did that?
I did.
Okay.
And this is why I might drink myself to death. It wasn't bad. Kind of like it.
Before?
Dude, I didn't froth it one time. I drank the whole bottle straight in 2 days. So if I could start buying bottles of whiskey for $6,
You could buy 4 bottles at a time.
I really haven't been drinking that much over the last 2 months.
Uh-oh.
I've just been saving money, not doing it.
Well, now you're saving money, really.
I consider spending $6 to be spending $0.
Yep, it's right at the threshold.
A problem might arise from this.
That's bad.
Yeah. And my other one, I'm not going to give I could go on for 20 minutes about this weekend and my sister's fucking dog. She was out of town. I'm watching the dogs. There was like 9 different things I could say. It pissed in the house 3 times. I'm only going to tell the story of one of them.
All right.
The other dog comes up. I think it was Friday morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was, like saying it needs to go outside. Okay. I get out of bed. I try and get the one that I fucking hate to move. It just stares at me. Won't move. It won't listen to me when I say, let's go outside. You ever met a dog that you say, let's go outside? They're not excited. Just this fucking one. So I let the other dog outside. No problem. And I feed her. As she's outside, I come back in. I go back to bed. At like, I want to say 8:30. She comes up in my room again. I was like, God damn it, the food went through her. I let her back out again. The other dog still won't fucking move. Won't move. I go, okay. I go upstairs. I go back to bed. At 9:30, I hear it barking at the bottom of the stairs. That's the sign. I immediately get up. In under 60 seconds, I'm at the bottom of the stairs. As I get to the bottom of the stairs, it's just sitting there pissing.
Why did you come watch it piss?
Just, I walked out and I lost my fucking mind. I was like, dude, I tried twice to get you outside in the last hour and a half. You didn't even give me 60 seconds to get. I heard it barking. I jumped out of bed. I threw some shorts on and I walked down the stairs and it's just pissing on the tile by the front door.
At least it was on tile.
Well, it keeps, oh, by the way, because it keeps peeing right there. Now the entry of my house, it just kind of smells like piss right there. Because the dog won't stop fucking peeing right there. And it keeps doing it when my sister's out of town, I'm there, but I'll try and get it outside 4 fucking times and it won't go, and then it just pisses.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No, it's
not
sucks.
great.
I was so mad. It was the worst. It was the absolute worst. And then I said I was only going to tell one. Then it did it again. Monday, my sister was coming home. I get home at 6, let the dog, same exact thing. Let the dog out, it won't go. An hour later, let the dog out, it won't go. I sit down to play video games with my friends. I'm playing an online game. It starts to bark. I couldn't end the game right there. But literally, the game ended within 2 minutes. And it ends. I throw the headphones off. I jump over, fucking piss by the front door. And I text my sister. I was like, there's piss by the front door. Don't step it on it when you get in. I'm not fucking cleaning this. So then it just piss sat on my front door for like half an hour.
Yeah, that'll make it smell like that.
It was already smelling like piss. Dude, I used almost an entire bottle of Febreze this weekend.
Yeah,
and just could not get rid of the fucking piss smell.
Bad boy.
I wasn't going to go through the whole cleaning shit. I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with this anymore. I toweled it off. I fucking wiped it and cleaned it up, and then I Febreze the area. That's all.
About just
I had
putting
mental
grass all over your floor.
I thought about buying some puppy pads to put right there, but I was like, you know what? I'm not spending money on this fucking piece of shit dog. Yeah, but at least then it would just be like pissed on that, and it wouldn't be like wet tile.
Right.
That, like, even after you wipe it up, it still seems kind of shiny. Like, this fucking gross.
Yeah. That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Of cleaning up after dogs that you hate sucks.
Robert, you get that.
Yeah, I definitely get it.
He hates all dogs.
I don't hate dogs.
He does hate dogs.
Don't hate dogs.
He's just not a dog lover, which means he hates dogs.
This guy means if you don't love him, you hate him.
Yeah.
What you got for not cool?
So tomorrow, Thursday, is Sam's birthday. You know, we're gonna go out.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam. Good job remembering, Robert.
Tell her we said happy birthday.
Okay.
And then play her this bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Of you guys saying
Play
happy
her
birthday.
this specific part.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And we're gonna go out to lunch or dinner. I'm not sure exactly what. Depends on how busy we are. And I just want to be like, look nice for her. And so for some reason, this week my body's like, how about you get 5 pimples on your face? How about 5 pimples on your face?
I don't
this
see
week?
any.
I have like on my chin. I have one like over here on my lip, the other side of my lip,
That's a beauty mark, baby.
one on my
Yeah.
nose,
Can't even tell.
one in between like my eyebrows. It's just the worst possible week. It just,
You're stressing yourself out about it, and that's making
Yeah.
you have stress pimples.
I think that's what it was. I think also what it is too, we were dog sitting Sam's sister's dog this past weekend.
I bet you hated it.
Friday to Monday. And so I think it was part of that.
Worst 3
that
days of
stress.
your life.
It felt like 4.
You know, if you had let the dog kiss your face, it probably would have licked off all the oil and stuff that's building up, and you wouldn't
good
have
point.
pimples.
I will
I
say
actually
that I
have one on
didn't.
my eyebrow right now too. It's annoying.
I will say that I didn't let it lick my face. It would try, and I'd be like, "No, get off."
Did
of
you
me.
pet it? No.
I
You
would.
patted it.
That's a
I
no.
would put my hand on it.
So no, you didn't pet the
No,
dog.
I would not pet the dog.
Wait, do that again?
I would just go like this.
Now raise your
Like
hand.
this.
But he can't. He's on a
See,
camera.
see, another
He's on
thing
camera.
Hitler ruined. Can't even raise your hand.
Wow, thanks a lot, Hitler.
I'm sorry, Robert.
That
That
sucks,
sucks,
dude.
Hey, you know what?
You look great, dude.
You're still a
You
very
look great.
handsome man.
I appreciate that. I needed to hear that this week.
Where are you thinking you're going?
I'm not sure exactly.
Fill us in, dude.
You should go to Chinese and chit chat.
Chinese and chit chat. Ask her if she's down for a little Chinese and chit chat for her birthday.
I don't think she would be.
Oh, you guys don't like to talk?
Yeah. Well, can we just eat Chinese food next week during the podcast? We'll call the podcast Chinese and chit chat.
Yeah. we'll zoom in John. He likes to eat during the podcast.
We'll just I'll just bring to go.
Just shoveling dumplings and
Yeah.
chow mein. You ask me a question, I'm like, hold on.
I agree.
And then we'll just get hungry again 30 minutes later.
What's the most Chinese food you have at your restaurant? Like, what's the closest?
Chinese food? Well, we have dumplings. Steamed or fried.
Should bring some dumplings next week.
Pork and vegetable dumpling. Okay.
Do it. Bring some dumps, bro.
Got some sweet chili shrimp. That's an Asian sauce.
I bought some sweet
Panko crusted, which
Yeah.
are Japanese breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
We got some
I use
Asian
that.
shit
You
going
mix a little
on.
cornstarch when you're breading it. I know all about how to
No,
cook
we do
now.
flour.
Okay. Well, I like to go flour and then a little bit of cornstarch because then you get like the texture a little bit. And then sometimes instead of the cornstarch, you can go with
Cornstarch
the panko.
goes good on fries. Before you fry them, you coat them in some cornstarch. Keeps them crispy.
Frying is fun. Frying is a very fun thing because you get to drop the stuff in there and you go. Tss.
Yeah, but then the worst is you're
so
done
cool.
and you're like, oh fuck, how am I supposed to dispose of oil?
No, I live in an apartment, so I just pour it on the drain.
Yeah, that's what I fucking
My
do.
landlord's fucking problem. Oh, you're gonna fuck with my visitor parking? Cool, because have fun replacing all of
Like,
this.
how
plumbing.
long do I have to let this sit on my stove to where it cools, where I can just pour it in the trash?
Like, what does the oil do? Dumb question.
I don't know.
It just
It builds up.
okay, yeah,
That's the best I got.
yeah. Emma was giving me shit because I just put it on the drain the other day, and she's like, "Just pour it in a bag and throw it away." I was like, "No, they don't do us favors here.
Yeah.
We're not doing them favors."
You got an old rag that we don't need. I'll soak it up with that and throw that away. But otherwise, it's going in the sink.
This is faster though, and I don't have to get another bag and then pour it in that bag and worry
That's
about
true.
spilling. It's done. It's just done.
Yeah, and that way you don't have to let it just sit on your stove till it cools down before you can pour it in the trash. Just pour it in there hot. Who gives a
Fuck it,
shit?
dude. But frying is really fun.
Frying is great.
Really fun.
There's into that sound.
I've been looking at
The
I'm
sizzle
not-
of frying.
I can't buy it. I'm not going to do it. But I've been looking at just like buying a fryer. It's like
A little fry basket. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's still fun to do anywhere. Like just in a pot. It's like that rocks. Sometimes it stings you a little bit. Gets you. Just
Makes you feel alive.
Feel something. Just like
It's
Robert.
like when you cook bacon shirtless and and you're like, oh, wakes you up.
Yep. Just don't cook bacon naked. Just don't do that.
Not naked, but shirtless is okay.
All right, let's move on to the answers segment, our final segment of the show. In the Precome segment, we get to pitch our ideas. We get to ask any questions that we have. We don't do power rankings, but we encourage you to send us things to power rank. We are the best at power ranking anything. So give us 5 similarly related things, and we will power rank the fuck out of them and do it great. If you need us to tell you what color a number or a letter or a word is, we can get you on that too. We were... Josh Tree was at the golf tournament, and somebody was asking, like a guy, like I said earlier, people would be like, "What is the podcast about?" He's like, "Well, they tell you what color numbers are." And they're
That's
like,
actually just the
what?
perfect.
And so he was like, I was like, give him an example, Josh. And I can't remember what he said. He was like, yeah, what color is the number 696? And like, I was like, all right, everybody close your eyes. And they're like, what?
Pink.
But it was really funny just because like everybody would close their eyes, like, what is this? This is what you talk about? Yes.
You see how stupid that is? Elongate it to 2 hours.
It's like that, but just for 2 hours. And it's only colors. It's only colors and numbers. That's all we talk about. Nothing else.
I don't know why I got pink there, but I got pink.
But yeah, if you want to send us numbers and colors to tell you, or numbers that you want the colors of, we got you on that. If you want medical advice, parenting advice, any kind of advice at all, we got you on that too. And if you just have a high thought, a high idea, any questions that come to your mind, hit us up at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Answers so we can search for it that way. That's how we check out 99% of our answers questions. Hashtag PTG Answers on Twitter. You can also email them to us if you have to. Just get a fucking Twitter. Just make a Twitter. Only use it for Pass the Gravy if you gotta. And then just hashtag PTG Answers. That's how you go to the front of the line. You can also email us, though, passthegravepod@gmail.com. So at passthegravepod, hashtag PTG Answers on Twitter, or at passthegravepod@gmail.com. This is the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. It's like, what's the question?
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week is from Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter. And Alex says, which combination of 2 Halloween monsters would be the most badass? Because badass means scary, because I just now am realizing that the 2 that I put together are the ones that I was like, this is a really scary combo.
Frankenwolf.
Werewolf Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I put, now I don't know what Slender Man is all the way, but he seems scary, and I've seen a picture of what people say Slender Man is, so I don't want a part of that. And then witches. Witches are just like a scary, creepy, like tall, skinny dude that can just fuck you up, but then it's also a witch and can put spells on you. Terrifying. terrifying, and like that would be kind of a badass thing to like fuck with people with. Slender witch.
Mummula, like a mummy Dracula.
Mummy Dracula. Garlic. See, everything with like I was thinking like actual monsters. Are we saying monsters by name? Because like Chucky, but I was like, I could fuck up Chucky. Every Halloween I feel like we're like, I would just destroy Chucky. I know he has a knife, but I'm gonna punt that bitch, dude.
Skellowitch. It's it's just a skeleton, but it's got witch powers.
That'd be good.
That would be scary.
That'd be good.
I think you have to like, in order for it to win, it has to have like a great like name that goes with it. Mummenstein.
Slender witch. It also sounds like a Subway sandwich.
It would be.
Come down to Subway and get a Slender witch this October. We have spooky good deals.
It's like the Yimmy Yons instead of Slims. They have Slenders this month.
Yeah, it's just the skinny version of the sandwich. It's like, we just gave you no bread, really. That's it.
I'm gonna stick with Frankenwolf though.
Frankenwolf?
Dude, imagine like a werewolf, okay? But like maybe you killed a couple of them, but you still had the body parts, so you patched them and sewed them
bunch
all
of
together
werewolves?
and then reanimated it.
Yeah.
So it's got Frankenstein strength plus werewolf strength.
And it's like a pack, and wolves hunt in packs, so it's a one-man wolf pack.
Bro, that would be a scary one.
You're right. That's pretty badass.
Frankenwolf.
Frankenwolf's a good one.
That's it. Tell your kids if they're being bad, be like, Frankenwolf will come get you.
What about you, Robert? If you had to put two Halloween monsters together to make them badass, or like I feel like badass would be scary in this situation. Like I don't want to fuck with that one.
I thought a ghost vampire, like a vampire that can still be out like during the day,
A gampire,
but the
Or a Vamost.
a vost.
Dude,
They'll
and
be
if
able
it
to
spoke
haunt you.
Spanish and it was a Vamost, it'd be like, you better vamos or I'm going to get you.
Vampire ghost. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Yeah. That was a good
I don't know,
question.
because if it was a ghost, though, then the vampire couldn't bite you.
no, but it could be both. It could haunt you during the day and it could bite you at night.
Oh, that's actually that's just full on torture.
It's like Freddy Krueger, but for all times of the day.
yeah, you can't get away.
That's a good one. That's a
really
good
good
one.
one. Great job, guys. Good job. I liked all of our answers on this. Next question is this is an email that went from Alex Sabine. So we got back-to-back Alexes asking this question. Alex Sabine says, when did armies just stop using shields?
I would say around the time of the invention of gunpowder. I mean, shields are pretty useless against guns,
I still feel like you could use shields.
but it's just going to go through it. So it was like, why are you going to carry
Make
this extra
better
weight?
shields. Riot shields, bro.
They didn't have non-bullet penetrating technology then.
They do now. Why don't they still why you mean to tell me like a machine gun with a shield, like that's not gonna help you a little bit?
I mean, in Call of Duty, the riot shield will stop all bullets, so I don't know.
That's why I'm basing it exclusively off of the riot shield from Call of Duty.
I don't know. So actually, the riot shield, we haven't stopped using shields
But we don't use it in like war.
in warfare. That's true.
Is it because it's heavy? That would be my guess. Is like maybe they're very heavy to do, so like you can't like also carry a gun and then
And this
have
is something
a shield.
This is something that they did just introduce to the newest Call of Duty, the human shield.
You can use human shields.
Yeah, you can grab somebody and then just like hold them in front of. It's only for a limited amount of time, and then you take them out. But like the human shield is still a thing.
Yeah,
It's not like that's more of an improvised thing that you use, and I don't think it comes up that much in regular warfare.
I
But
hope not. I would hope.
but
not,
yeah, I
for
think
sure.
I think it stopped being used when guns. Once we got guns,
It just feels like it makes too much sense to use shields, right? Like, hey, this stops this thing from getting to me. Why don't I just use this thing to protect myself?
mobility is more important though, and it slows your mobility.
So it's mobility over.
Yeah. When all they had was
Safety.
spears and stuff, and you could create a phalanx, yeah, that worked perfectly.
Yeah, and you could just do like wood.
But when the spear is traveling 450 miles an hour and it's the size of a pea, kind of hard to stop that with a shield. It goes right through it.
I guess shields aren't really great for grenades either,
No.
or mines.
No.
Yeah, no, okay, I can kind of see why
Those
we don't
blow
use
up.
shields.
Use concussive force.
I still feel like it's 2024. We got to have lightweight, like dependable shields. There's got to be a way.
Well, once the Covenant comes after us, we can steal their shield technology, and then we'll use energy shields.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. But that's a great question, Alex. Keep those coming, buddy. I believe Alex Sabine's never written in before, so I hope you keep writing in. Appreciate that one. Next one, we got Josh Tree Caudle. And Josh Tree says, power rank these ghosts. He gives us Casper, Slimer's from Ghostbusters, Casper Robert from Casper the Friendly Ghost, Nearly Headless Nick, Harry Potter, People on Tinder, and Boo from Super Mario Bros.
I got this. I got the first one. Number 1 is Slimer from Ghostbusters. Slimer's the greatest ghost of all time.
Really?
Can't even be touched. I mean, he gave us Ecto Cooler.
That's okay. That's how I put it. I 100% was my ranking reasoning.
Number 2, Nearly Headless Nick. That dude's an awesome and great name.
Yep.
3, Casper. He's a friendly ghost and he's fun. Great movie. Could do some cool stuff. 4, Boo from Super Mario. Solid ghost. And 5, ghosting people on Twitter. Fucking just be an adult. You don't even have to tell the truth. Just don't ghost people. Just lie.
Yeah.
Be like, I got a lot. Don't even do that. I got a lot. So just be like, hey,
I'm talking to someone
I've been
else.
seeing somebody else and we're going exclusive.
They don't know.
They don't fucking know.
They don't fucking know.
Just don't stop responding.
100%.
Because then there might be like, well, what if they died?
Yeah. And an actual ghost.
Last person I tried to have a relationship just up and died on me because I got to give up now. I got the death touch.
If you are talking to someone online, like on a dating profile, and they do die, did they also ghost you by dying?
I think they literally ghosted you.
So you can be literally and figuratively ghosted
Yeah.
dating.
Yeah.
But if they die, like if a person that you're messaging on Tinder or another dating app does die, then that's also still ghosting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's the only legit ghosting there
It's
is.
the most legit. Like, either really do it or don't, you know?
Right.
You fucking coward. Robert, what you got?
I'm going the Boo from Super Mario Bros. Number 1. I like that ghost. Number 2, I'm going Nearly Headless Nick. Great name. I like it. I'm going to go with Casper 3, Slimer 4, and then last, People on Tinder. Yeah, just don't ghost people.
You just don't know about Slimer, do you, at all? You don't know who that is?
I think I know more Slimer than I do Casper.
Oh, because the newer movies?
Yeah.
I think he
And
did make an
Ecto-Cooler
appearance in that
also.
one. Yeah, and he was too young for Ecto Cooler, dog.
Damn, never get to appreciate it.
It's the greatest fucking juice flavor of all
There's
time.
like, what if we just put the Ghostbusters thing on like fucking all
Diet
of the
free.
juice from now on? We were like, yeah, I'll have that for lunch every day. And that was what I did.
Dude, when you had the Ecto Cooler High C, you were elite.
Yeah, it was elite. It was very elite. I'm gonna go Casper 1. He's a friendly ghost. I don't feel like I'm threatened by him.
He's a good dude.
2 is Nearly Headless Nick because that guy's fucking hardcore.
I like that we're unanimous. He's number 2. That's good.
Yeah, like I mean, like,
He's not number 1, but he's high up there.
and I also what I think like makes it. He's got like that dog in him. Is like he's like, yeah, you can fucking kill me, but you can't take my whole head off. You take like pussy, then you take my whole head. Fuck you. I'm not a fucking horseman. Get the hell out of here. And he just hangs out and just like tells the kids like, don't do this shit. Hey, there's a fucking basilisk there. Watch out. He got stunned, remember? But they couldn't kill him
And-
because he was dead already.
Was it Billy Connolly that played him?
I don't fucking know.
From Boondock Saints. I believe that was Il Duce.
But he rocked. So shout out Nearly Headless Nick. He's 2. Slimer is 3. Ecto Cooler. 100% of my reasoning on that one.
Oh,
4.
no, never mind. Sorry. It was John Cleese.
Okay.
Who also shout out fucking
Crushed it.
Monty
Also-
Python, dude.
Oh, yeah. 4, Boo from Super Mario Bros. Kind of a bitch. Like, you can beat Boo if you had to beat Boo. Like, Boo's not hard to beat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then 5 is People on Tinder. Just fucking
Grow up.
grow up. Grow up or die. Like, one of the two. All right? Like, really ghost them or grow up.
Yeah. Grow up or die,
Right.
guys.
Jeez.
Fucking vote or die. It's grow up or die.
Amateurs.
Actually,
All
those
right.
it's really your only 2 options: grow up or die.
Yeah. Vote or die, grow up or die.
Well, you can not vote and not die,
Well,
but
it's-
if you stop growing up, it's
Oh, yeah,
because you
vote or
died.
don't. Vote or
Because
don't.
Neverland's not real.
That's true. Well, unless it is and we don't know about it because we've never been introduced to it. Yeah, something to think about. Something to think about.
Could be real.
All right, Raimundo Benavidez at Kmundo B says, are refs the biggest snitches? They are snitches,
Yeah, dude.
but they are not the biggest snitches, I don't think. Cops are snitches. Or cops snitches.
Are informants the biggest snitches?
Yeah, those are probably the biggest snitches.
Whistleblower, well, informants, whistleblowers is kind of the same thing.
Because cops would not be snitches. But
Yeah,
they are
dude,
kind of snitches because they're saying you
informants are
did
the biggest
something.
snitches.
Because they're telling the police. Like, you're telling
That's where-
the authority.
Yeah.
The authority, like, because like refs, you're paid to be a snitch.
Yeah. And
so, like, you are a big
cops-
snitch. But like, yeah, I guess informants do get paid.
Cops, you're turning them over to the criminal justice system where they get processed and charged, but they're also getting paid to.
Do informants
Snitches
get paid?
are just snitching, dude.
I think they get paid sometimes. But you're
they
going
get,
out
they get
of
paid and not going to jail. That's what they get paid.
you're going out of your way to like rat on people.
Don't fucking rat.
Well, Henry Hill, what would you have done?
Oh, me, I would have ratted right away.
Okay, yeah.
I am a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I probably would have. No, I don't know. I don't know.
well,
would you have gone
here's the
down
thing.
to Miami and let Jimmy kill you?
Here's the thing. If jail was going to be as sweet the first time or the second time as it was the first time and I was Henry Hill, dude, I get to make pork cutlets every day and just hang out with my buddies in jail. I could fucking do that.
Yeah.
But like, you put me in Gen Pop.
Right.
I've said this for years. My only option would be joining a racist gang, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're pretty limited.
I don't want to join the AB. Like,
That's not the brotherhood I want to be a part of.
yeah. I don't want to
I like the gravy gang.
I don't want to have to get tattoos that I'm later going to have to black out. There's only one gang I'm a part of, and it's the Gravy Gang, baby.
It's the gravy gang. That's it.
I'm a
we got to
pussy.
get the
I
gravy
can't-
gang
I
in
can't-
prisons.
I can't do hard time.
Hey, if you're watching or listening to this and you know anybody in prison, tell them to put this on.
But,
somehow.
and there's probably so many people out there like, dude, most of them aren't like that. You don't have to join a gang. I probably would have to. They would look at my doughy ass and be like, that's our bitch.
All right, let's wrap this up. One last question. It's from Brandon Davis, a.k.a. Texas Cat Daddy. He's at A Stream of Cream on Twitter, and he says, are commercial kitchens the only professional environment where loudly announcing to your coworkers, I'm holding a knife, is considered good etiquette? Yeah, just kitchen related. Yeah, if it's not a kitchen.
In most parts of the world, I feel like in Philly, people probably just pull knives on each other. So letting them know that you have the knife is probably good etiquette instead of just
Right.
stabbing them. Like, because I assume in Philly, it's Philly. They're all dirt bags. So I assume
Yeah.
they just stab each other at work. So announcing you have it's probably a pretty nice thing.
It is good etiquette in a kitchen.
It's great.
I'm trying to think of another time where yelling I'm holding a knife would be good. If you were a scuba diver. And
Yeah, every scenario I'm
you saw
thinking of is
somebody
also
getting
taking
shark
place.
attacked.
Ooh. Yeah, like every scenario that I'm coming up with in my head where it would be okay, in my head they're still standing in the kitchen. Because why else would you?
I mean, is a like gardener maybe because you're like holding like shears maybe and stuff like that. If you're
I came up with one scenario just popped in my head. You're
Okay.
out hunting with your buddies. You killed the deer.
I'm holding a knife.
You're processing it. Your buddy gets attacked by bees and starts running around. You're like, oh, I'm holding a knife.
okay.
So that way they don't run into you because you're holding a knife. You don't want them to stab themselves on your knife.
Not a professional environment though.
It's not. That's true. So yeah,
Right.
only in the kitchen. Yeah.
What about gardening? Because that's like if you have the
You don't use a knife
the
in gardening.
clippers. Yeah,
Those are shears.
yeah, but they're like kind of mini knives that you put together.
Kind of, but everything's a fucking mini knife if you
Yeah.
slash
Yeah.
hard enough.
A shiv. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it is the only professional environment where loudly announcing that you have a knife is considered good etiquette. It's a great question, Brandon. Great
Hell yeah.
question. That's a solid round of questions from everybody. At PassGaryPod, hashtag PTG Answers. Please hit us up with those. If you're listening to us, you got friends. I know you got friends. You're part of the Gravy Gang. Just share us with a friend. Be like, hey, check this podcast out. I love this podcast. It's awesome. Yeah, they talked a little bit about Hitler for a little long today.
Talked about how bad he was.
We did talk about how bad he was, so they really hate Hitler. If you're trying to share us with a friend, be like, what is it with this podcast talk about? Like, they talk about how they don't like Hitler.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, I also don't like Hitler.
That's why I stay off of TikTok, trying to
then-
give him a glow up on there. I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Great point. So if you and your friends also don't like Hitler, listen to this podcast more, okay? Please. All right?
Give us some more people we should shit on.
Everybody in the comments right now just write disavow because we're disavowing Hitler.
Don't
Say
like
it.
the H-man.
Disavow H-Man. And then if you don't, then that means you don't disavow him. So you have to immediately now, if you're listening to this, go to our YouTube channel go to this episode and comment disavow H or disavow the H man. And then we'll know that you really do. And then next week we'll make a list. We'll check it twice. And we're going to see if you like Hitler or not. I was trying to do the sandal one that didn't work. It didn't rhyme as well. But yeah, I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. We do have a merch website, PassTheGravyMerch.com. We've got the 2024 election coming around the corner. The only candidate we give a shit about is the Gravy Gang. You can get your Gravy Gang 2024 shirts at PassTheGravyMerch.com. Shout out to everybody that came out to the 20th anniversary and was wearing Pass the Gravy stuff. That was awesome. We got a cool picture of everybody that we posted today. Everybody was at the Rod Ryan Show golf tournament helping out with the Gravy Hole. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking with us and
thanks for filling up the Gravy Hole.
Yeah, thanks for filling it up, partying with us. You guys rock, and I mean, it really is my favorite part of the week. Each week, getting to hang out and do this podcast, even if we do talk Hitler a little heavily on the thing, but we're anti-Hitler. Okay, remember, it was all because
it's okay to discuss things you hate.
Yeah, the Cowboys and Hitler.
Exactly, same.
Crushed it with that one. But you guys have a great rest of your week. Let's do random person generators. Anybody gonna do it?
I was already thinking. I was like, I don't want it.
Is anybody gonna do it? We're gonna start with Burt Reynolds.
I can't go full Hitler, so I'll do Hitler light, and I'll take Jerry Jones.
I'm gonna go Bill Murray for Ghostbusters.
Nice.
Ooh, I am gonna go George W. Bush.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Fred Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Vince Vaughn.
Hey, buddy.
Michael J. Fox.
Doc.
No one's even... Okay, let's see if you can keep doing it. Star Jones. Do a Star Jones. All right, well,
Do you want me to try and do a Star?
No, I don't. Do Omar Gooding.
I'm hanging with Mr. Cooper.
He was Stewart in the movie Ghost Dad.
Pretty sure he was also in the show Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh. Ooh, Tori Spelling. Do a Tori Spelling impression.
I'm on 90210.
All right. Nobody's getting it. Danny Putty. Spiro. Jimmy Kimmel. Okay. All right. We didn't get it.
I'm a pussy.
We didn't get it. Maybe you did, but if you didn't, then you're right on board with Pat, because only Robert and me got it. Ever. Maybe that's going to be how it always is. You guys have a great rest of your week. Fuck Saquon Barkley. I hope you have the worst fucking Sunday of your life, buddy. All right? On the field, at least. Nothing personally. But, I hope you fucking hate football on Sunday, Saquon. Go Giants. Go Packers. Go everybody else's team. Until we talk to you next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.